Hmm. Well, that sure took a while. Damn, bro, that's crazy, bro. Viz got manga stream and Jimini's box out here. Guess they're trying to get me out of here too, you dig? It's cool. It's whatever. I don't get a single fuck. Fuck it. Took long enough. We back. Vergo, where the fuck are you? I'm here. I'm at the crib. It's dark outside and my lamp sucks, so you already know what's popping on y'all. Oh yeah, it's real. They got Jimini's box and manga stream the fuck out of here, so it's time for a nigga to start reading kanji. But how y'all doing, man? It's been a while. 8 or 9 days really, really feel like a long time. Yeah, Alex, they got Jimini's box out of here, bro. Happy Thursday, Thursday. What's going on, folks? Hope y'all doing good today. Niggas using that manga ponder. Boy, oh boy. Could be me though. Who we got here? We got Fiji. We got Bleezy Bird, Lona Spotter, Tom with another account, Hunter, Zero the Hero. I'm familiar with Zero the Hero. Welcome. Roa Noah. Not familiar with you, but welcome. SP0 Dream Mochi Season. Mensa 98. Breezy. I already said Breezy. Gauntlet. Luffy's Moku. Y'all niggas was deep in here, bro. Shadow Badger. What up, JD? Black Foe. What's poppin'? Virgo, I have a theory. Rogers Base is the snitch, and that is why Manga Stream got taken down. I mean, you're not wrong. John said it's spoiler season. It's not spoiler season, bro. Niggas are scum, and I'm really mad with what they did to my nigga JD. Y'all niggas have no fucking soul, you fucking pussies. ZP0 really gotta read Zolo from now on. Yeah, that's how it be. What's good, yak? Yak, yak, yak. My nigga. I don't know, bro. I feel like it's been a while since I got to talk to you guys. And I like talking to you niggas. Y'all niggas funny. Y'all niggas creditless. But I mean, so am I. You dig? I think Fiji thought it was funny exposing me for my top 30 stream, this top 30 stream last year over with Bragos. How I said Kaido was number 7. Um, I'm gonna change a lot of things. With my top 30 this year, I feel a bit different because after rereading. Um, I don't think Kaido's gonna be 7th, obviously. Um, we'll get into that at some other point. Not today. I wanna save my reveals for I'm gonna have everything on Brago's actual stream. Um, I was actually rolling the TL because I saw Mugiwara Matt B tweeted out that JD he was like, "Yo, get my boy the J to 1K," and I was like, "Oh word, I'm gonna see where Jay at." Me and Jay have the exact same amount of subs. Now, if that's not Henny Cool Brothers, I don't know what is. We are both sitting pretty at 848. That's fucking fire. Cause I remember being there for my homie JD 50 sub stream. That right there is how hard work and real progress look like. My nigga JD doing his thing. I love it. Stevie Wonder made Virgo's list. Blackbeard being number 1 is as bad as Kaido being 7. Not necessarily. I can explain that. Um, so I didn't really get to have a conversation about the last chapter. So when I get everybody in here, I do plan on talking to them. I want to see how they feel about scanlations being moved, that getting moved around. and we gonna kick it. We gonna kick it. Uh, do you think Orochi's family used to run Curry? That is a good question. It's very possible. Um, I don't know. I didn't know they were a family full of snakes, and the devil fruit is very fitting. Do you know when Brago's gonna do a power scaling stream? Brago has it planned for this Saturday, which is 2 days from now. Me and Jay have to move gambling on Dritch chapter ratings to Sunday, I guess. Oh, I believe so. Yeah, I also remember the 100 sub one. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, it's just around and they ran from the neck lord. Look at how they massacred our boys. Kaido was that dude. I'll make sure you're banned from this channel. 100%. Um, oh yeah, by the way, if you guys are wondering, I haven't did the mod of the day in about 2 or 3 months. I think today I will do that. So shout out to the 43 of you watching. One of you guys will probably get it. Let's see. The last 3 chapters are free. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know. I heard when it comes to translations, Manga Panda is pretty ass. I am gonna miss Jimini's box personally.
Me too.
Funny. Matthias Pinto, welcome to the channel. You seem new. Yes. Loki Oda dropped a nuke on JB and Manga String is about to reveal the One Piece. I don't think that's gonna happen. So baby. Yes, I'm live. That's my wonderful girlfriend, guys. Say hi to Brianna. Hey Virgo, you know when the top 30 strongest vids be dropping? I know Zoro jumped in some people's list. Um, the top 30 is the 21st. Is what I was talking about. Gauntlet. Is this Saturday? Manga Panda has some legendary translations. Feel the pain of it. By legendary, I mean I hope you mean absolutely ass, Brody. So yeah. Wait, and I came in late. What happened to Jimini's box? Jimini's box no longer exists for translations for Shonen Jump material. Neither does Manga Street. But the problem is that certain parts of the world can't access a subscription. Exactly, yeah. So that's the problem. In places like, I believe, England or Somalia or India, wherever the hell that people might be roosted, you cannot get the Viz translation. So I don't know what they're going to do. They can't go to Manga Stream, they can't go to Gemini spots. So I guess Manga Panda is really the move for them. They really got to, like, yeah. And for us over here in America, we don't want to wait till Sunday. That's a day of rest, my nigga, after we do all our hooping and hollering about One Piece Friday and Saturday. Virgo, you lucky bastard. I agree. Virgo, where's your drink at? Right here, man. Miller Lite, champagne of beers, I believe. Will no longer be called Miller Lite very soon. What's Miller Coors gonna be called, Bree? Molson, Molson. Instead of Miller Coors, it's gonna be Molson Coors. That's just garbage. Alex Jean, if you ask me that again, I'm gonna ban you. I'm not gonna repeat it, babe. Ban Drips from the top 30 is power scaling is garbage. Say that to him. Manga Panda about to be lit with Luffy cussing. We gonna see. No more free chapters. Virgo, can you dunk? Yes, Virgo can. I can dunk. I haven't played basketball in probably like a year. I could dunk then. Now, after all these alcoholic activities, probably not. This guy just bunched England with Somalia and India. This guy. Okay, they're not the same, I guess, but you're not America. All right. England is a third world country. Yeah. I can't get them here in North Korea. Lyra, you don't live in North Korea, do you, actually? Virgo, I'm still kind of confused. So we can still read the chapters for free on Sunday, or do we have to pay for the subscription? You would have to pay for the Viz subscription. I say for free because I'm sure that some of you here have friends that own the Viz. Because will I be paying for $2 for the Viz? Fuck no, baby. I will not. Absidy for the Jimenez box chapter that's dropping tonight. I don't know. You might be able to see it. So even if you have Jimenez box open right now, Jimenez box has other manga, just not Shonen Jump material. This is the first live stream I've been on your stream, Virgo, and I've only watched one video. Oh well, welcome, Matthias. I hope you enjoy. Hope you think I'm funny. I'm something. It's typically not just me. I'm gonna get a whole bunch of the guys in here. Hopefully you enjoy it. That's Chaz. We gotta be the video. This nigga is foreshadowing his Christmas tree. You see the shadow of the Christmas tree? That's funny. You guys want to see the Christmas tree? It's lit. The lights are not on. Bam! Let there be lights. Festive. Why when that came on I got darker? Whatever. He said, Virgo said, fuck no, baby. Well, we got 55 watching. I didn't even invite nobody yet. Okay, boys. Bro, Virgo's over 6 feet. Yes, he can dunk. Yeah, I can. I'm 6'5". Virgo, are you planning on reading the official translation? No, my nigga. Ghetto translation always. Virgo, do you smoke loud? When offered. I do not buy weed anymore. Tell Brago I have to be on Dress Roasted Joker. We gonna see. I'm familiar with what kind of person you are from other channels' live streams. Um, I'm a little different here. I'm always gonna be myself no matter whose stream I'm on. But when I'm here, I don't have restrictions as I would on other people's channels. So I'm more raw and the vulgarity kind of jumps on my channel. Stop it, Bree. What's up, Sasky? Exactly. I got darker with the Christmas tree. Y'all niggas seen it. Save some power. Stop it. Did Virgo eat the solo F free? Virgo is 6'5" and struggles to dunk. Listen, bro. I'm not in the NBA, so yes, I'm a waste of height. I agree. Let's see who's around and wants to do some chatting. I see Satsuki's here, so I can get him in there. I saw JD and I see JD in Fiji. Satsuki's celebrate pH levels high as fuck. What is wrong with this man? Satsuki loves everything that goes awry. He just like, I'm the most wholesome person ever, and you're legit a menace. Legit a menace. All right, let's get these links out. And part. Whoops. And a partridge in your mama's tree. On the first day of Christmas, your baby mama gave to me a present while she was on her knees. On the second day of Christmas, your true love gave to me a present for my pee-pee. Run, 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 don't worry about me now. You know that song? Well, too goddamn bad. I'm kidding. I won't sing it again.
Yo,
Who that be? That Satsuki?
that is me.
What to do, my brethren?
What is going on? I am chilling. Lovely day.
Ain't it?
Lovely day. Yeah, man. I woke up to, well, not woke up, but I came in Discord to some good news. Shueisha handling their goddamn business. About time.
How is that good news?
I want to see. I want to see the. Sometimes you got to see the villains slap up these little niggas, especially when they the ones doing wrong. Y'all the ones going on illegal sites. Fuck y'all expected.
You don't even read the viz.
Allegedly.
You know you don't read the viz. You take it illegally like everyone else.
You don't know what I do.
You don't read the viz of Hunter x Hunter. I know that much.
You don't know what I... Man, I bought the volumes. What are you talking about?
You do not have a single volume of Tagashi's work.
You... Okay. You can go on my Twitter. You just lying. You lying to everybody.
You could be lying on Twitter.
What?
What? You sound incriminated.
Hmm? Like, come on now, Vergo.
What?
You know me better than that.
I do?
Yeah, I think.
I don't even know what you look like.
Damn, go to my channel.
I'm just kidding. I know what you look like, Sasuke.
See, this ain't noticing it. You don't even support your own niggas, but you support these illegal niggas.
Sasuke, I like and watch almost every single video of yours, dude.
Appreciate you.
Why wouldn't I, dude? You the homie.
Yeah, you already know.
How you doing, oh my guy?
No, I'm doing good though. Only thing is, I've been trying to upload a video every day, and that shit is stressful, bro.
I saw that about 20 minutes before I started streaming. I saw you uploaded.
Yeah, that was already edited and done yesterday though, so I didn't have to edit today. But I recorded today, and bro, my voice is almost done. Cause I had to yell in there, cause I got a natural talking voice, but
why did you have to yell?
Myself. What happened?
You'd never yell.
I had to yell in that video.
Is there?
Yell for me. Let's say that.
Okay. I suppose so.
Yeah.
You drinking wine per usual?
Oh, you don't drink. Sober gang.
Sasuke, you're lying. Every time you be in the chat, you be like, damn, this wine hidden.
No, every time? Nah, we just capping.
Okay, every other time.
Let's say 1 out of 5. 20%, give me that.
Horse shit. What's up, Fiji?
What's up,
bro? Wait, why is your name Fiji, bro? Do they even have Fiji water in England?
Yeah, we do. What type of question is that we asking?
I don't know, man. I feel like y'all put crumpets with everything, fam.
Have you had crumpets before?
No, I've never had them dried ass biscuits.
I've had them before, but they ain't nice.
So Fiji, how do you feel about whoa? Did I just say discourse though?
With the current situation, with the escalation,
correct.
How do I feel? Man,
yes.
You know me. I'm Wednesday. I'm on Reddit reading the spoilers, so this don't really affect me. But yeah, this is.
But how are you gonna get it?
No, the spoilers are still coming out, so this is why it's worse for you guys, because there's a 4-day gap.
Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible.
So you guys are gonna be like no Twitter for you niggas from Wednesday all the way to Sunday, bro. That is terrible.
That is actually pretty atrocious. Damn, dude.
It depends if the spoiler provides.
Well, we don't like spoilers around here, fam. You don't. Yeah. Unlike Sasuke, y'all don't get chapters for 6 months, so you don't know about spoilers.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, these niggas
he said, "Wait a minute."
Yeah, like what was that shot directed to? Oh shit.
Tagashi.
To Hunter fans.
Nigga, we don't get chapters, period. Nigga said 6 months. We can get chapters at all.
Oh my god.
You hate to see it.
You do actually hate to see it. Us?
Someone said, get your shit in the group. Someone said, tell these niggas to hockey up their mics.
You might be turned down.
Oh, yo, my mic is sucking.
Yeah, y'all, I had y'all turned down. I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right, better guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Chill on the Tagashi stand up. We got mid Gashi.
Why? He deserves the slander, and I'm a Hunter x Hunter fan. But the nigga didn't release a chapter this year. What you want me to do?
Imagine Berserk
that's
getting
kinda
a
facts.
chapter and you niggas didn't. We got 2 actually. Berserk fans got 2 chapters this year. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I started reading Berserk a couple months ago, so it don't really
Yeah,
mean
so these
nothing to
niggas
me.
jump Berserk fans like you've been here forever.
Yeah, Berserk had like a 9-year hiatus, man. Like Hunter x Hunter has hiatuses, but Berserk is on another level.
Damn, Jay, you skydiving?
What's up?
You
Any out
skydiving
here
tonight?
driving?
Yeah, I'm driving. My bad, yo.
I ain't asked y'all that.
There you go. That should be better.
Whatever, nigga.
Shut up.
Nigga, Fiji, you a bitch, and Totski, you too.
Totski?
Yeah.
Word,
Nigga,
I feel bad for Totski, nigga.
I don't know who that nigga Totski is. Well, fuck him too. Yeah.
Well, speaking of Toddy's talking shit in the chat.
Bro.
Well, since we're talking about shit about Hunter x Hunter, might as well
When they
invite
got
Toddy.
those mics that work underwater in the tub.
Yeah,
My nigga,
that was Toddy.
I can swing you a link, bro. It's good.
What's the topic?
We're talking about how Shueisha getting all the other manga streaming services out of here.
I mean, it was expected.
It really wasn't, bro. It really wasn't. We've been out here reading scans since like 2000.
It was gonna happen. It was gonna happen eventually. I'm just sad it happened now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could have waited till after today's chapter. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, all right, we're not doing it no more. Big bet.
You know, but again, it's like not a big deal. You know, niggas like to overreact, but you never know. Like, it could be back in a week. Like, they try to take down Mega Video. Guess what, nigga? We still watching movies for free. You know what I mean? It's like,
better get your rabbit on.
No, but this is different, bro. The J-Mini's team, they translate the chapters. The manga stream team, they translate it, and they're saying they're not translating Shonen Jump because they've had too many issues. Like with that Mega Video shit, they website get taken down and they start stressing, and then they come back when they realize, you know.
No, the nigga went to jail for 50 years.
Yeah, he got locked up.
You know, niggas who out here translating manga ain't got the balls to be going to jail.
I mean, dude, he didn't want to, dude. They literally did it to him. It wasn't his choice.
And the thing is, like, Shueisha, right? You said they just decided they're not going to do it anymore. It's not like Shueisha actually bodied them. You know, it's too much hassle. So there's going to be niggas out there and be like, you know what, fuck Shueisha. And they're still going to do shit anyway. You know what I mean? So,
because I'm like, fuck Shueisha. I hope y'all didn't hear that shit.
Yo, but I would rather I would rather just wait for the viz than fucking read shit translations.
That's scam. I'm reading them shit translations with confidence.
Bro, I read the spoilers anyway, bro. I just read those. And then, but shit translations, like,
you know what? It's niggas like y'all who read the spoilers. It's niggas that like y'all that read the spoilers that cause all this problem to begin with, bro.
That's a fact.
Now y'all just pointing fingers at the wrong niggas.
Yeah. Fuck y'all. Fuck everybody who reads the spoilers.
Oh, God.
Y'all niggas are snakes. Snakes.
Y'all are hot garbage, bro.
Niggas posting. This nigga is a YouTuber posting panels with confidence. I can't wait for tonight's chapter. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Yo, I beat this nigga's ass. Yo, I'm so fucking mad, bro. I'm serious, dog. Yo, all niggas, bro. A fellow content creator out here posting panels. I'm excited for tonight's chapter. Come on, my nigga.
I should dick slap this man.
Come on.
I got the number to a great psychologist.
Ridiculous,
yo, what's up, Toddy?
What's up?
It's like, this is my content, bro. Come on.
This is my life.
I'm trying to get bread.
I'm sad, nigga. Out here live reacting, looking stupid as shit when that panel dropped, and everybody like, oh, I'm about to unsub to this thing, bro.
I've seen this before.
This guy's mid. I'm like, yo, fuck you, man.
This guy's mid.
I'm upset, bro.
Damn.
I'm upset.
That's crazy. Yo, what's up, Toddy? I mean, Toddy.
What's good?
I'm kidding, Toddy. I don't call you that. That's whack. It's a whack insult. No cap.
Wait, did I get insulted? I missed it.
No,
I tend to tune them out these days.
I said when you get that called Toddy, I'm like, really? Do better, fam.
Man.
Yo, Toddy, you remember that conversation we had when we was talking about techniques?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. I tried one, bro. That shit works.
I told you, bro.
That shit is
I
evil,
told
bro.
you.
That shit is evil with a capital E, bro.
JD, I'm writing a book, nigga. Look for it in Barnes and Nobles next month.
Hey, listen, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Whatever you're saying sounds nasty.
Oh, it is.
It
Will
is.
it be on Kindle?
Hey, chill out, Sasuke.
Sasuke,
I'm trying to teach my kids something.
No, it'll be on
Your
Pornhub.
kids.
Kindle. This nigga
Oh,
said-
you don't want to teach
Future
your
kids.
kids
Future
this?
kids.
You
Future
gonna give your
kids.
kids a Kindle, nigga?
Pause.
God
They're clearly
damn it.
talking about sexual moves. Why do you teach your children?
This nigga said.
Wait, huh?
I'm a
Well, they gotta know.
Toddy.
virgin now.
They do gotta know, Virgo.
No, they don't.
If okay.
My
Okay, never mind.
children
I was
are
gonna
not
say
having.
a joke
My
that was
children aren't having
so
sex until they're
disturbing.
35.
I need to stop myself. Holy shit! I can't believe I almost said that. I got a problem, boys.
I know you do.
I can't control my mouth anymore.
Hey,
I almost said a joke, Virgo, that was so bad that I think they would have took your video off of YouTube if I actually
Oh
said it.
my god! Please don't.
But I caught myself.
You want the reason why you still talking about because you really want to fucking say it.
I do want to say it so bad. It's so funny, JD.
Just be quiet. Type it out or something. Type it out, bro. Just type it
That
out.
is some villainous energy.
Villainous energy.
It really is.
Unfucking real.
But I'm like Meryl, I can change.
Yeah, the GOAT.
Just don't kill me.
The best villain in manga history, the GOAT.
I sent you the link.
So
Hater,
Virgo,
damn.
I was listening on my way home from work.
Yeah.
And I kind of heard intermittently. And but I've been out of the community, so this is news to me. Are you saying that Jai Mini's box is no longer going to translate Shonen Jump anymore?
This just happened as of 10 minutes ago.
So what's going on?
I don't know. Apparently there's in my Discord somebody posted something, a new site called Manga Plus.
No. How much is Biz? If I only
$2.
want to read One Piece every week, it's $2 a week.
A month, I think.
Oh,
The last 3 chapters are free as well, so you can read the latest chapter when it drops.
you know what I think the most tragic thing about this whole situation is?
Mm-hmm.
Is we all love One Piece, and to the point where like we kind of need it every week. And I think the saddest thing about this whole thing is that niggas are so broke that $2 a month is a threat to them.
Yeah, that's definitely a threat to me.
Hey, Brianna, don't laugh at him.
Hell, that is a Slim Jim and a pack of gum.
Hey,
That's
Toddy, you
6
made my
cup
girlfriend
noodles.
laugh. I'm gonna need you to leave.
Lordy, y'all niggas need to get debit cards.
6 cup noodles. 2
Walking
days
around
worth
with
of food.
change.
My nigga, that's like since I'm in the UK, so that's even less for me. Like, our currency is stronger than you.
Right.
That's like a
Slight
package.
flex. Slight
That's
flex.
like
Life flex, this nigga clocked. He noticed.
There we go.
What happened?
What's up, big news?
What's good?
Everyone just disappeared. What the fuck happened?
What you mean? No, I closed it off because
Okay.
actually they actually did disappear. I'm not sure what that's about.
Yeah, they disappeared.
Oh no,
Oh no.
That was really weird.
Toddy.
Big news.
yeah.
Big news. You just purged
I gotta
everybody,
take my
bro.
camera off.
Hey, I had to, bro. I had to make room for myself, and then allow.
Is that news?
What's good?
What's that news?
Oh, there they
When
all
did
are.
when did I get cut off? Because I like my joke.
Oh wait, so everybody got body? Because I got body off the stream.
Big
Hell,
news.
man.
Big news.
Oh,
Joining
I
y'all
thought
all
Vergo
got kicked.
I had to make my announcement clear.
Well, what I was saying before Virgo's technical difficulties
Me?
is in England, I don't know if the timing is still going to be there, but in England, the price for a Viz monthly subscription is the same amount that it costs to ride one of them little ponies outside of Walmart.
This nigga, bro.
Hey,
That's
it
cat.
ain't shit.
That's cat.
What's up?
Actually, that might not be
What's
cat.
cracking? Hey, what's good, people? What's good, everybody? What's happening?
What's up,
good?
hater?
Not much. No, I'm just loving that. No, manga was what manga 2020 finna happen.
Shut the
I
fuck
have been
up.
preaching. I'm good. I'm happy.
Jordan.
Virgo.
What is you? Can you ever join and like not push an agenda?
Nah, that's not.
No.
That's not happening.
Pussy.
Next question.
And I know Sasuke is he's happy about this shit.
No,
Yeah.
well, it's just like I said. Sometimes you want to see the villains win, and they was doing illegal shit, and that's what happens. Now,
So you're seeing the good guys win. So
Is
what?
it really that illegal, bro?
You're seeing the villains lose here, because
No. They the villains, and everybody else's perspective who's reading illegal scans. Which I don't know if that's a majority. I can't tell, but
yeah.
I mean, if we're being honest, though, guys, they are immoral because what they are doing is profiting off of somebody else's creation because they do make money off those scans through
Niggas
site
being serious
advertisements.
for once.
Yeah, they do.
They do. They wouldn't. You think these niggas would be translating this shit every week when they speak fluent Japanese?
Don't cat with me. Do you care?
Do I care?
Why I think you so long to answer?
No. Don't think about it, bro.
Damn.
I don't give a fuck.
I think it's justice. I mean, I've benefited from it. I'll admit it. But I don't think it's right, niggas, when niggas like take credit for other people's shit or make money off of other people's shit.
No, the thing is, I got the Viz and the scans, so I like to see the scans when they drop, and I still read the Viz when it comes out, and I pay for the Viz. So I'm just getting an early chapter. You know what I'm saying? I still use the Viz for other manga.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and two, like when you're in the community, you kind of got to stay on top of it because if you're waiting until Sunday, everybody's talking about the latest chapter that came out on Friday.
Fact, yeah. This nigga Rogers base low-key rigged this shit. He's been complaining in every single.
In retrospect, this is all part of Roger's plan.
Yeah, I respect
for Roger.
I respect it.
Oh, Roger? Oh yeah, this is a W for Roger, but you know,
big ass W because now he. Not gonna
He's
lie,
been trying to make everybody read this
issue.
I
think this is good. Overall, this is good, and like, think of the benefits, bro. We getting better art, better translations.
But this nigga,
we are.
Hold on, Fiji. This nigga Roger gets one donation, and he got Viz paid for a year.
You're lying.
This nigga
bro, he
Roger
gets
got like
sponsored by Viz for some videos, bro.
He's got like 250 subs, bro. It doesn't matter. It's not about. It's for the smaller. It's for the smaller content creators. You know what I'm saying? Now they gotta compete with everybody on the same day. So it's like,
I'm not waiting till Monday, nigga. We doing prediction streams every week.
Big facts.
Damn.
I'm doing One Piece Slander Saturdays on Saturday.
I love
So
that.
they shut down.
No.
Let's come to this.
We need to do some Hunter slander, bro.
Oh yeah, Hunter slander.
Is Hunter back?
Let me leave. Oh no, hell no.
Hunter back. What?
My nipples got hard as shit for a second. There.
Excuse me?
Like
What's up? Oh, Driss, I'm not gonna lie. I forgot I sent you the link. What's up?
Damn,
I'm in the chat with the blacks.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying
I
to say.
forgot you are. You are in the black chat.
That's right.
It's for Neverworld there?
What? No.
What?
I wish.
Yeah, all right, cool. Just making sure.
Hey,
Bro,
wait.
Neverworld ain't black. After
Whoa, you're not gonna disrespect my black brother and like that. What the fuck?
Are you gonna disrespect him on his mama though?
No.
I'ma smack his mama.
Oh my.
Nah, I see the funniest.
Hey, I seen that video. I was just watching that like 20 seconds ago. Is this wrong?
Man said we're gonna die.
Hey, she was, bro. She was like, no. She was like, is this your mom? Is this your mom? Firecrackers every time.
Nah, that video, that girl, she asking for her death, like legit. I don't care.
I said that's how I treat Chopper supporters.
Oh no.
What's the beef, man?
Ma'am, are you serious?
That the chopper.
I was like, yo, first of all, nobody slapped me that hard without getting checked. For real. There's no way. Like, I would have reacted somehow. Like, oh, who the fuck? What?
You see how she ate him though? She stood in the pocket. She should be a quarterback.
She stood in the pocket.
Describe the video for me.
Yo, I've never heard nobody say that. He said she stood in the pocket.
I hate Sasuke with everything.
She did not flinch in the pocket like, at all. She stood tall as fuck. I was like, damn.
I hear
stood in the pocket. She said, bring 3 more roughnecks.
Oh my goodness.
Do you like your nickname?
What's that?
They're calling you Neck Lord Sama. Like, do you like that, or do you like annoyed when they call you
I
that?
made that one. I'm Lord Neck.
That's his moniker, bro.
Lord Neck.
Lord Neck.
That's his epithet. If he was an anime character, they would call him Lord Neck.
Look,
What's Neck Lord mean?
I like my. It's part of my shtick. I
It
love
is.
necks.
So there are One
What,
Piece
what does a
characters.
neck
That's
lord
why-
mean? I don't understand the slang.
So after the
Shanks
time,
in Wano.
It just means an actual neck.
and like it's not slang, bro. Like there are people in
I
One
love-
Piece
Is
who
your
got
neck super long or something?
no,
No, I
nigga,
love big
no.
necks.
Toddy, you gonna let me explain?
Virgo's been trying to say,
Nigga, you gonna let me explain why?
I can't hear you. There's so many people laughing.
Nigga,
It's just
they're
dude.
laughing at you not listening to me.
Yes, nigga, we all heard it but you. You kept talking.
I'm saying there are
Alright,
niggas
go
at
ahead,
One
go
Piece
ahead.
who, after the time skip, their necks got ridiculously huge.
So
Nigga,
after Dritz's neck got huge? I don't get it.
No, dude.
Toddy, I just said One Piece.
You gotta respect the necks, man. That's like the only good thing that came out of the post time skip.
Akainu has a
the
large
neck.
neck. Shanks,
Mm.
Smoker,
Yeah, some of them had some pretty big necks from the get go, man.
like Moria.
Moria, master, like Lord, he was like master neck, dude. Fucking
Shanks' neck can be
Moria
Asgard?
doesn't have a chin at all.
No, Asgard.
Yonko
Oh,
look.
yeah, because his neck's so big, he doesn't even have a chin.
What is this? What's going on?
It's a Yonko level.
He looks like Virgo's girl.
Oh no.
I kind of had a pretty good
Wait,
neck
what'd
from
you
the
just say?
beginning. Whitebeard had a pretty good neck.
Bitch ass
Bro,
nigga.
Shanks' neck in Marineford.
I
Yeah,
didn't hear nothing.
look at Shanks at the beginning of the series to the second Marineford. He gained like 100 pounds just in his neck, dude. Fucking sexy as shit.
This guy's big.
Hey,
So
but
does
no,
Zoro.
Even Mihawk from the
Zoro
beginning got
got
a
him at
big ass
neck.
neck in Marineford, dude. It's fucking like shit. He's got a 6-pack on his neck.
Oh no.
Did you know? Did you guys know this? And I found this out just because I'm a personal trainer. But what the most attractive feature on a man to a woman, believe it or not. Well, first of all, it's a butt. But second, it's a wide
What?
neck. Believe it or not.
wow,
A wide
don't agree
neck.
with that.
That's not true.
And
That
a
is
lot of
not
people don't
true.
know this. You can actually train your neck to get bigger.
Yeah, you can.
So,
Huh?
Did y'all ask
so
100
if you
He said, "Did y'all ask 100
if you're
women?"
ugly as shit and you're not getting any pussy at all, I recommend training
Just
that
working
neck.
your neck. Ooh, that's smart.
Training
That's
that neck,
crazy.
and you'll be more attractive within like 3 months to women. That's
man.
no cap.
Bad
No cap.
Bob with the strongest neck.
Okay,
Crimson neck head ass.
But what do women?
And you don't train it by eating chili dogs either, or you'll end up like Moria. You really got to work it out.
You don't swallow shadows.
Toddy, I have a legitimate question. What do women consider a nice ass on a man?
Yeah, Brianna.
muscular.
Hold on,
Muscular,
hold on. Y'all want to hear it from a
muscular
female?
and width.
Bounces
Y'all
back.
want to hear it from a female? Brianna,
Wait, what?
what do women consider a nice ass on a man? Mine, no, nigga, not mine.
It's a nice toy ass.
Toy.
Well, it just can't be fat and flabby.
This
It's
nigga
just
said
gotta be
toy.
like.
Toy.
Toy. Real
They
toy.
like the same shit we like.
Toyga.
Toy like a toy.
Nah, a fat booty is great booty. What do you mean?
Toy like a
Yo,
toy.
fat booty on men don't hit like that.
I don't like the way a fat booty looks when
How
when it
many
comes
niggas
back
fat
to me.
booties are you looking at?
Yeah.
Like 6.
He said when it comes back to me.
Hey, y'all have a good night. Thank you for coming through to the stream. Thank y'all for coming through, liking.
No, but this is a serious question, right? Because some guys like firm butts, nigga. I don't like firm butts on women. I like the soft jiggly joints. Those are.
I don't like it
You don't like it?
because it doesn't bounce back. It's like if someone filled a pillowcase up with air and you go to lay on it, your head is going smack dab into the mattress or whatever. There's no support there. It's just the illusion of support.
Okay.
So it
but
has
it's
to
like-
have some meat, some muscle to it, or else
if
there's
you
nothing there.
But if you grabbing it and you want to wobble it around a little bit and you can't, you're gonna be upset. You don't like the wobble?
Bro, I don't like my asses to feel like Stretch Armstrong. I want something firm.
So JD, it might have been before you started joining our streams. Toddy is a Riley Reid enthusiast.
Oh,
Not
no
enthusiast.
wonder, no
Just a fan.
Okay.
Just a simple fan.
Big ass L.
No, you gotta own it, dude.
He said big ass.
You gotta own it too. Listen, bro.
I think she's sexy.
I mean, she's cute. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Don't get me
nah.
wrong. She's cute.
She's
I
like,
hate how niggas be judging porn stars like y'all know anybody in real life that looks like these bitches.
Well,
You
how
know how you started working at your
I'm
job.
gonna back on that because 90% of porn stars are ugly.
Fact.
Yes, thank you.
That's
They're not
facts.
actually that
That's
pretty.
not
That is
They're
They
not,
are
they're
not.
really not that pretty.
They're really not. You gotta.
You ain't watched enough porn, Drip.
You saying that to me? Oh my god.
Yo, just like I'm appalled. I'm offended.
He's like, hold my lotion.
Yeah, he's like, if only you knew.
If only you knew.
If you're thinking about actual like
Come
pretty
on, I
porn
want
stars,
them.
maybe like Remy LaCroix.
Fine.
You know what I'm saying? Like actually,
Riley Reid.
Riley Reid is a basic white girl in college, bro.
What is?
That ain't true.
Riley Reid. She's a basic white girl in college. I know a white girl who looks just like Riley Reid, bro.
Bullshit.
I'm
White
not
is
kidding.
right.
Well, guess what? I bet you she can't swallow a whole microphone.
Oh no.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh no.
He said, "Oh no."
Oh no. I mean, I'm just
Oh,
saying.
Dritz, yeah. Hey, good shit, Dritz.
I saw that, man. Yeah.
Yeah, he wildin'.
I saw that, man. Yeah, I didn't see it either. What
Yeah,
happened?
he wildin'. I'm not gonna
Nothing.
repeat it.
But yeah. All right, fair enough.
I hit you with that
Just-
Zoro.
just
Nothing
remember-
happened.
Okay, I'm on. I can look at the message.
Just remember our talk in the chat we had.
Oh, Lothar.
Oh yeah. Okay, fair
Looks
enough.
like we got a donation.
Oh, whoa. Yeah. All right. Yeah, he got to do better.
Yeah, he got to do that.
He gotta
I'm
do
trying to be a better man.
Yeah, I'm trying. What's it called? Jada Stevens is not that pretty, bro. I'm telling you, she got a weird nose. I don't know.
Why do we all?
Why is the whole chat just naming porn stars? Y'all niggas are detrimentally
We're
horny.
cultured.
This man said cultured. Hey, what you say to Ziggy J? Why are you so horny? All right. I got a donation from y'all still here?
I think like everyone literally just got kicked out at the same time.
What's happening?
I was the only man left standing as the alpha male.
Nah, I'm here. I've been here all the time.
I was just standing, but
No,
I
I'm
The
here.
king is still here. The king is still here.
I might have to re-invite him, man. Shit. But yeah.
Is your laptop still messing up?
No, my laptop's fine. It's just I don't understand why you guys keep getting randomly kicked.
Mm-hmm.
That hasn't happened in like a year. And moderator doesn't know how to work Hangouts. Anyway, Lothar gave a donation that says Merry Christmas, bud. You the shit, bro.
Lothar?
Shout out to Lothar. He's been around for a minute. I like that guy.
No, Lothar's good peoples.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So stream, you guys can continue talking. Stream, I'm gonna go dark real quick because I don't want to keep on revealing people's emails. I finally learned to not do
turn
that.
off the screen capture, bro.
I'm doing that. So I've been like not posting people's shit.
Good man.
Have you guys got any random emails from that?
I have not.
No.
But just to keep the chat alive, I got a 1:30 a.m. screening for the new Star Wars movie, so I can go make fun of it because how bad it's gonna be. I'm so excited.
Oh, 1:30, dude, you got to be up for a while here then.
Well, I mean, I'm probably gonna take a nap soon.
I'm gonna go see it next
Or
time.
maybe you should
when
do-
I'm off.
Or
So-
maybe after this stream on your channel.
Yeah.
I
Where'd you
saw
go?
the first one a couple years in theaters and swore to myself that I would never waste my time with another Star Wars
I
movie.
have to do it. It's like so bad that I
I'm
really
gonna
have
watch
to laugh at it.
crap on it. That's the only reason I'm gonna.
Yeah, I need to like see the context for the shit posts. It's gonna be glorious.
Are you guys really that dissatisfied?
It's like if I was put it this way, if this was One Piece, I would be fucking furious. But since it's Star Wars, we're like, I like Star Wars. My childhood wasn't predicated on Star Wars. I'm just like, this is a damn shame, but it's absolutely hilarious to watch the banter back and forth.
Some things are fun to watch just to make fun of it.
Yeah.
I used to have a B movie.
Like
when
my
I was in the Air
streams.
Force. We had a B movie night where a bunch of people would come over and we'd watch shitty ass movies just to make fun of it.
These last 3 movies would definitely fit that bill for being B movies.
Yeah, nobody likes them.
It's like a compliment. to
I
the
don't
movie.
see the hate. I'm entertained by the movie, so I'm cool.
I mean,
I don't know why Star Wars is pushing this strong woman bullshit, man.
That's
It's,
Hollywood.
Whoa.
it's Hollywood shit.
Hollywood, nigga.
Yo, are you trying to get canceled in this stream, bro?
I'm tired.
And I'm not saying there's no such thing as strong women, but
You
like,
agree with that?
I'll say it.
no, but in the past, like in the 90s, you had plenty of movies where you had strong female leads and strong female villains, but it wasn't like in your face, like we're specifically doing this to.
Well,
Because you're a
Kathleen
woman.
Kennedy's sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, my girl agrees with you, Toddy. I don't know why.
You have to see the movies though.
Because she's smart.
That's why
Yeah.
Captain Marvel's so mid.
Because she's smart and she doesn't need
Captain
pity
Marvel.
party like
You
a lot
said
of
what?
these women do
It's
nowadays.
so mid, bro. I was like,
Yeah, it
oh,
was
Oh,
bad.
a
she
woman,
said-
I'm
she's
strong.
the-
I'm like,
the-
no,
she
you're
said-
strong because you're strong.
It's not the
She
definition
said
of
the
strong.
new plot is forced.
Yeah,
What she said?
everything in the plot is bad. The
She
characters
said
are
the
poorly
new plot
written.
is very forced.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
awful.
dude.
It can like
Even
ruins
in,
the source material.
I
It's
haven't
a
seen
social
it.
justice.
Oh, go
thing.
ahead.
It's not even a superhero movie.
Well, speaking of superhero movies, even in Avengers, like Endgame, there was a scene in there that was so forced, I cringed my ass off.
Bro, I was
It's
cool
like
with it.
when all the female superheroes got together and
Yeah,
they had
it
this
was girl
like
time.
shot.
I was cool
Yes,
with
this girl power shot. I'm
I was
like,
cool with
stop pushing this in my face.
it. Man, that scene, I'm cool with it.
Originally, the
That
scene
scene.
to have Captain
You're a
Marvel
fan,
like punch Thanos was never in there, but they put that in there at the end.
Oh, really?
Oh, well.
Yeah.
That pissed me off. I ain't gonna hold you, because nigga, yeah, listen, that's supposed to be even touch Thanos. I was pissed off by the whole thing. Like, you guys supposed to be touching this man, and you over here pushing him back. I got hot. I ain't gonna hold you. That makes
Man.
nonsense.
Could you guys imagine? Oh, sorry, Jordan. I thought you were.
No, go ahead.
Could you guys imagine though, in that same movie in 2019, it came out this year, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe last year. If in that same movie they had the exact same scene with all the men heroes and 0 female heroes, they would have got killed. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe this. Oh my god, these misogynists.
Oh, where's the woman empowerment? Where's the representation? Oh my goodness, there's no gay people. What?
I'm crying, bro. I'm crying.
No, wait, bro. This reminds me of a video I seen from Long Beach Griffey. That nigga had a video where they canceled God, and that shit had me in tears.
They canceled God. I just watched that at work.
Bro, like a gay nigga went to heaven. God called nigga a fag, and said, "Nigga."
He called him a lot more than that.
No, yeah, he did. That shit was hilarious. Then he said, "Well, guess what? I'm going back down to earth. Tell everybody that."
And we
shit."
kept about
They
to
said-
cancel you.
And nigga said, "Huh? This is his phone. He's wrong. His phone like people, whatever." Then he said, "Oh, Jesus, they canceled."
Hey, that's canceled me, fam.
Hey, this is canceled. Oh boy.
I don't know. I feel like this whole feminist movement it's going too far, and what it's doing is it's shitting on all the real ass women out there that see this bullshit for what it is. Because they're starting to just get grouped in with these psychopaths. And,
They are.
It's not fair. It's not fair to them.
Yo, what's up?
Oh, okay. It's time for me to go, Vergo. I'll catch you later.
Yeah, bitch ass nigga, you better run, nigga. Yeah.
This nigga's back. Oh, Cola, where you at, bro?
Well, I've been,
Yo, what's up, Cola?
I've been on Discord, just been working.
They been
you know
Discord
what I'm
with
saying,
me talking shit to niggas about.
That's fact. Manga over Manga 2020. Manga over Manga 2020. That's facts. Also, hater, shout out to the heel. He's back, baby. Super Cool is back, baby.
Kick him.
Super Cool's back?
Kick him.
Super Cool is back, baby.
Kick him out. Kick
I'm
him out.
actually very happy about that.
They free Cool?
They freed my nigga Cool. He just responded to the group, hater.
Hey, fresh
That's
out of
amazing.
jail, nigga, out on bail, nigga, let's go, nigga.
Let's go.
Niggas now.
Our boy is free.
Now.
I'll
Hey,
pretend to know who this is.
hater.
Yeah, I
The day only keeps
Super Cool. Super Cool is one of my OGs, bro.
Backstory or something, bro.
Super Cool is one of my OGs. Super Cool is one of the founders
We'll
of
get like more details, but our boy Super Cool was kind of locked up for like a while.
I'll get
Like,
my story.
Are we talking like in actual prison
the.
or?
Yes.
In jail.
So the thing is, Super
Is that
Cool
the
was
way
a.
they
No,
send
we
black
had
people?
no idea. We had no idea
Wow.
what happened. We just found out one day.
Like 6 months ago, he got into it with Ty. Next thing you know, he's in jail. And then
Something like that. But that's all behind us. Our man is back. He will be back on at like 9 p.m. or some Eastern. So I will be talking to him. Like,
I'm glad.
Just know,
I'm very happy about that. Super Cool's
I'm
back.
here now. I have more energy now. Now I'm about to be more cancerous.
the energy's here, hater. I'm here now. I got energy. I got time
I
today.
can tell
son.
you haven't shut up since you entered.
Yeah, I was about to say you really been talking a lot, nigga.
I got time today, JD.
Congratulations to the homie. Congratulations.
Yeah, what's up? Well, what's up? I apologize for derailing the stream. I just got to let the people know the heel has returned. But, what's up? How's the conversation Manga over Manga 2020 going?
I'm finna kick you.
Yeah, kick him.
But what's up?
Hey, actually, Toddy, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
You know, I
I
think
thought you ran.
I know I said I was
Yeah.
gonna set up a whole stream. I might set up a different one, but I think now would be a good time to talk about Hunter x Hunter versus One Piece.
Ooh.
Talk about what? Oh no, that's not the time. I'm not ready.
Oh, no.
Virgo,
I'm not ready for
Virgo.
that, bro.
Tomorrow, Virgo.
What do you want to talk
I
about?
need to come prepared. Tomorrow, Virgo.
You gotta save that for tomorrow.
Tomorrow, Virgo. You said.
Add
What
the
did he
fire,
say?
add the fuel to the fire, bro.
You said, Virgo. Wait for tomorrow, Virgo. You said
What are y'all talking about? Am I muted?
No.
Hunter,
So
Hunter
like,
versus One
so
Piece,
like
bro.
me and Hater were talking to Virgo. We got to talk about a One Piece versus the world conversation
pretty much
tomorrow.
One Piece haters was One Piece Big Rider stream.
Yeah, because One Piece is
Element.
One Piece is getting trashed lately, bro.
Wait,
It's been
what are y'all
getting
talking about?
trashed.
Can y'all at least tell me the context if you guys
We
don't
just
know?
told you.
One Piece versus Hunter, Hunter, bro.
I can't hear
One
you
Piece.
guys.
Listen, okay, so Toddy.
Just ignore him.
In Discord.
Just ignore him.
It's probably
Can we do a One Piece haters? So me and Cola versus One Piece Big
And
Riders.
Team and Lex.
Most of the community have a stream where we just us 4 niggas versus any
You
number of
named
niggas you
8
want to
people
say,
earlier.
and we will talk shit about One Piece. Y'all try to defend it. That's it.
Well, isn't Vergo's stream 90% One Piece hater? So how's that gonna work?
Yeah, I agree. That's what I was trying to tell
We
him.
all hate this shit in here.
I don't hate it. He tripping.
Hell, no.
So is it gonna be is it gonna be the stream niggas versus the chat? Is that
No. I don't think it's One Piece haters. I heard Hunter x Hunter versus One Piece because Hunter x Hunter mid too.
Oh, that's
It's
too
One Piece haters.
That's too
It's
easy.
haters.
Are
It's
y'all
One
talking
Piece
about
haters.
One Piece or y'all talking about Wano? Those two different things. What y'all
We'll
talking
talk-
about?
That's the same thing.
It's not the same thing, bro. It's not the same thing, bro.
Well, here's the thing. Big news. Here's the
One
thing.
Piece is amazing.
Because you have a point, News, but here's what's happening as time goes on. So for a second there, One Piece was 100% dope. Until about the time skip, One Piece was 100% dope.
What?
But as time goes on and more trash comes out, that 100% becomes 90, 80, and then 70. And we're right at the cusp where you can honestly say One Piece as a whole is trash.
Toddy, hold on, Toddy. Wallow wanted to get involved. Keemstar wanted to get
Did y'all
involved. We
really
don't
like that
wanna do
free time skip shit?
We don't want to do this today.
Yo, big news. Yo,
Oh, big news is wildin'.
Did they really like that free time skip shit? That's what y'all wanted?
Hell yeah, I wanted that.
I mean,
When things made sense, when
Luffy
the
got
plot
saved
lines
by
were
an
new.
aim drop,
Oh my
dude.
god.
Oh, big news is
Wow.
hilarious. Niggas said
Why
that
did they keep purging niggas? Is it because they're on their
What
phone?
was that, Virgo? What the hell?
I have no idea why that keeps happening. Not to once again like individual.
Also, Virgo, like I don't know what was going on. I couldn't get on my phone to save my life.
Are you on your laptop?
Yeah.
So everybody that's on their laptop isn't getting kicked.
I'm on
Yeah.
this stuff.
basically. Yeah,
I don't want to get on my laptop.
Sure, I think you do.
I like talking to you guys with the phone up to my ear like I'm on the phone.
I mean, it looks a little bit more normal.
Okay.
Instead of you just screaming into the, you know.
And I'm not as loud on my laptop, so I can't talk over people when I want to make my point.
This nigga.
I'm just kidding.
Is somebody in the kitchen?
All I'm gonna say is this: we not trying to say we get silhouettes. That's all I need to say. I'm done. We quiet now. We over this.
All I'm saying
silhouettes.
You're a little quiet, Jordan. All I'm saying is pre-time skip, all the plot lines were new and exciting. Post-time skip are using the same plot lines as the first, so they're no longer new and exciting. They're just boring and played.
I don't think that's the case. That's a bad point, honestly. We've had so many different plot points.
Oh yeah, you're right. There was that one time where Luffy came to a marginalized country and defeated the bad guy, and everybody loved him. And then there was that other time where Luffy went to that one country and defeated the bad guy, and everybody loved him. Actually, you know what? You're right, Fiji, because when I think about it, there was also that one arc where Luffy went to a country, defeated the bad guy, and everybody loved him. Yeah, you're right, Fiji. You're right. They could be mixing it up.
This nigga's a troll.
So you're telling me...
We're really doing this shit now?
He's doing it right
Shut
now.
up, Good. Stop
He's
laughing.
happening right now.
I wonder what's going to happen this arc, guys.
I mean, hey, is it one time when Luffy had a whole arc about Luffy's crewmate?
Oh my god. Shut up, all of
And
you.
then Luffy beat a Yonko.
Because the story say he beat Vergo.
Yes.
Yo, you're so right. Yo, Jordan, do you remember that one time where Luffy got defeated by the bad guy and got captured, and then he got freed and ended up beating the bad guy?
Buggy? Is that what you're talking about?
You remember that time?
I remember.
Y'all talking about Buggy's arc?
Yo, what?
I'm not gonna lie though. For real. Like, I personally did not like One Piece that much, like before, because I was reading Naruto heavy, and I was reading like Bleach a little bit, and I wasn't really like into it like that. But reading it now, I'm just like, I have a better appreciation for pre-time skip, and then reading post-time skip is just like, it just doesn't feel the same anymore. It doesn't feel that way. And even though it's new and it's supposed to be new and you're supposed to like enjoy the new of it, it just doesn't feel good anymore to read One Piece like that. Like, I don't feel the excitement that I used to, like, you would get from most people. Like, most people would just tell me, bro, One Piece is just fantastic, bro. You gotta read it. And I'd read pre-skip and I'll be like, oh, I see the hype. And then you would see the opening into post-time skip, you'd be like, okay, One Piece is gonna take off. We're just gonna be right back on the trail. We're going towards the One Piece. It's time. No, it doesn't feel that way at all. But
I feel like it hasn't
I'm gonna
been the
save
same
all my ammo for tomorrow so I can fucking trash this shit, boy.
No, I mean, hey Cola, I'm not gonna lie to you. I might not be able to do it tomorrow. I have a lot of shit to do.
Oh, you fucking trash. Bro.
Listen, nigga, life comes about.
Chocolate blue.
Dog, we talked about this on Monday.
That's cool, and things happen now. So now
I hate you. I thought we was friends, Vergo. I thought we was friends.
we are friends, nigga. But
This
you never had
weak
some shit
ass,
happen.
bitch ass, hoe ass nigga here.
What's a real friend?
You got whole new plans. I'm hurt now, Vergo.
Calm down, you pussy.
I won't be calm. I won't be upset.
What's wrong with you, nigga?
Is this the drinking stream?
Because we was ready to
I'm
begin
drinking right now. I don't know about y'all.
Complete evisceration of the title of
You
the
weren't gonna
the best
eviscerate
shonen
nothing.
out
You guys
there
have
right
mute
now.
points.
I was ready to tear that shit down and completely just be like, bro, this the best shonen of all time? I don't see that.
All I'm saying is pretty
hold
much mid.
Hold on real quick, you guys, and we'll go right back into this. I'm really sorry for hijacking this, but I need to call someone out real quick.
Oh, shit.
So-
Here it goes.
Pull up.
So Doflamingo just told me, after I made my little joke about the reused plot lines, he came out and he called me a bitch. And then he followed that up with the same message in caps lock.
Wait,
Call me a bitch.
where is this?
It's in the chat. So,
Don Quixote Joker?
Don Quixote, you got the attention that you wanted. I want you to explain to me why us having a different opinion on a comic book makes me a bitch.
Hold on.
to-
Hold on. I'm sorry, Toddy. Before you go on, can somebody tell me why his message was deleted by the Google moderator team? Who the fuck are y'all?
Because he probably said some shit that he wasn't supposed to say.
He probably said some
I've
over the
never
top
seen
how
that
to
before.
terms
Is
of
Copa
service
coming
shit.
to get a nigga?
Hey, bro, they be sniping when you're not ready.
YouTube's not playing no more.
Go ahead, Toddy. I'm sorry.
In addition
Toddy,
to telling me why
Toddy,
I'm not
go
a
ahead.
bitch,
That alarmed me.
they do that now. You didn't. That's been happening for like 2 weeks now. I'm surprised you didn't notice.
I only streamed once in the last week.
There's been an update to the terms of service
That's why.
for comments.
Yeah, they're not playing no more.
But in addition, Don Quixote, I want you to tell me why me having that opinion makes me more of a bitch than someone that gets so emotional when someone doesn't share their opinion on a comic book. So tell me how that's more bitch made than that kind of behavior.
But my dude, don't even trip about that, bro. Because it's just like there's niggas that will. No. I'm just gonna say this: niggas gonna trip hard for One Piece. Niggas go crazy for this shit, trying to defend the fuck out of it. Like we'll be like, bro, the shit has been mid for like a while now. And they will just completely just try to tear down everything you're saying, or just like try to tear down like your favorite series and come at you like, you don't know what you're talking about. What are you saying?
With genuine anger, as if there's nothing else you can have in common with somebody except for this one series. Like we could love the same girls. We could have the same passions. We could both love chess. We can both have so much in common, but because we share a different opinion on this fucking comic book,
The other person is now an evil person that must be taken down, and you're going to do anything you can to make that person feel as bad as possible. That is very toxic behavior, and that doesn't indicate that you're healthy.
Let Fiji go. No, let Fiji go.
Go ahead.
No, you see what the problem with the One Piece fan base is? They don't understand that it doesn't have to just because it's your favorite doesn't mean it has to be the best. Like One Piece is it's favorable to other mangas in the sense that it's like it's a huge adventure and it's a story that sticks with you for a long time. It's like a journey. You know what I'm saying? One Piece is a huge story. People have been following it for years. But that doesn't make it the best. Niggas love
when
it.
it comes to like
Hater, hold on. Hey, let
how
Hater go.
people carry themselves. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll say one very quick. I never heard a series where niggas told me that I wasn't ready to see a top tier fight, or I wasn't ready for shit Oda had planned. I never heard niggas tell me for a series ever in my life about a series where I am not ready for something that we have been waiting for either 5, 10, how long you been reading the series. We're not ready for stuff that we get in other series pretty quickly and pretty easily too. And it's better explained. I've never been told that I have to wait for the author because the author had to set things up over a six period time frame for no payoff, or the payoff, if there is a payoff,
bro,
it's minimal.
That's Hater, bro.
Right.
Dead ass, bro. I literally was saying that. I was just like, bro.
Hold on. Listen.
Okay, go ahead.
My bad. I'm cutting you off. Go ahead, bro.
I was just gonna say, like, niggas really think just because there's a payoff, you need to just like he's always right because there's always gonna be a payoff. That doesn't work if it's not worth it. If the payoff is not worth it, it shouldn't matter about the setup for it. Like, I've read this shit and I'll be like, bro, like, okay, so he's setting up something in the future, but like, is it gonna be worth it to even see it at that time? Niggas just lose their mind and be like, oh, that character was there back in chapter 400 and whatever. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's literally in the name, Cola. Like, pay off. It's literally in the name.
You know what I see niggas say?
This shit, no. What I'm saying is, Oda's payoffs used to hit, but they don't hit the same anymore. They don't.
You know what I see niggas say? You know how Jinbei was like introduced by name in like chapter 70, and then he was introduced actually in Impel Down. Niggas say that's a foreshadowing, like that's top tier foreshadowing.
I mean, they'll make, dude. They
Hold on.
I've seen that on the timeline. Like.
So let me get it real quick.
TFG, I know what you're talking about.
Let me get it real quick. So the thing is, y'all are free to not like whatever you like. You know,
I love One
if
Piece.
you don't dig it, I get it. I think the reason why niggas are getting mad is because they understand that you're entitled to like what you like, but you're just slandering.
Niggas read it again, bro. Vergo.
Irregardless.
Yo, there's no niggas in here. I'm just saying.
I'm here.
It's just me, you, and Cola.
I'll get it back.
Alright, bet.
I'm not sure why it hasn't done this in like a year. I'm not sure why it's been doing this lately.
But I was just letting you know.
Boy, I gotta have my thumbs ready to get back on the call.
No cap. I'll fix it. This can't be a recurring thing though. I gotta get that solidified.
Hey, I'll be right back. I need to go get.
Were you done with your point, Vergo? Because
I'm done. Be my guest.
And one thing too is like this, and this takes a lot of individual responsibility to like really look at yourself and your behavior. The thing is, like, I like and I gravitate towards people online that behave in the same way that they would in real life. Sure. And when you think about it, if you have a friend that is into One Piece, you genuinely just like that your nigga is into One Piece. Even if you guys get into disagreements about the series or whatever, you still have someone in your life to talk to One Piece about. Could you imagine what kind of relationships you would have with your friends if every time they told you they disagree with something that you guys both share in common, you go the fuck off on them and act like a psychopath and start cussing them out and trying to like bring them down as much as you can? You would be completely alone and you would be the weirdest nigga. You'd be so weird.
I just always be that way.
Why, like, people get in the comment sections or even people in the call sometimes get in here and act so oddly and they don't have the self-awareness to see how weird they are. Like, really just trips me out. And it's really weird that no one else calls them out on it. Like, people in the chat will just be typing around these weird-ass niggas.
Because nobody cares about them.
Toddy, I had this conversation dead ass today. I said, bro, if you listen to when people talk about Naruto, there's instances where people get upset, like in terms of like the ending or like the shit that happened towards the end, right? But more often than not, it's usually positive. You never get like stupid divisive like you do in One Piece. And then you get One Piece, and you're just like,
that's cap.
That's major.
That's cap.
He's making a general statement, though. I think the general statement has some weight.
Hey, Cola, I agree to an extent.
Is Naruto, if you don't remember the Hinata versus Sakura whole debate of who Naruto should end up with, bro, you weren't paying attention to Twitter. That shit.
No. That was another side of it that I was not a part of. But I'm saying generally in terms
exactly, Cola. So you can't know. Cola, you can't know every aspect.
No.
Itachi being the best Uchiha. What about that? Because that was toxic too. That was bad.
It's not like, but like I'm saying, it's not like the story itself didn't have that. But more often than not, most of it was positive. There was, because it's an anime in general. At the end of the day, most people get toxic in the anime community.
It's a selective memory because every anime community has the same bullshit toxic debates that they always have. They're having it in My Hero
exists
right now.
everywhere.
This is selective memory. You can't slander the One Piece community for having a toxic fan base when every other series has the same toxic shit. And I've been a part of them and I've seen it myself.
I mean, we're just a part of different. We're just a part of different groups. I haven't had that experience. Only whenever I say, to me, I enjoy Naruto more than One Piece, that's when I get backlash. That's when niggas come at me so hard.
Oh, you
and that's fine. I know.
Yeah, you can enjoy that.
So hold on. Let me clarify. Hold on. Wait 1 moment. I want to make one moment real quick.
I mean,
I want to say the reason why there's nothing wrong with saying you enjoy it more than One Piece.
Facts.
No, let Vergo talk. I can't hear him.
There's no problem saying that you enjoy it more than One Piece. The problem is I enjoy it more than One Piece because One Piece is mid and it doesn't do this. And I'm like, that's where niggas start coming at you.
Yeah.
Okay, look. If
Do people? Is that realistic though?
It is very, unfortunately, it is.
Do you don't think that's a little hyperbolic, Vergo?
No, sir.
That's not.
Are you on Twitter?
No, sir.
It's like you.
No, I'm not on Twitter. I'm a grown man.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
I am not on Twitter.
There you go.
Hold on.
That makes sense.
LeBron James.
Virgo, you are an entertainer. Virgo, you are an entertainer, and your passion revolves around outreaching to people. If you were not an entertainer and you're on Twitter talking to 14-year-olds, and there's a problem with that if you're 30.
Big Drake.
Oh no! He said Big Drake.
If you are a grown man with a career and a life, why are you on Twitter?
Because it's
Look, One Piece fandom.
Drake or something.
What about LeBron?
What are we talking about? One Piece fandom being the most toxic? Is that what we're talking about?
We're talking about
not even just people, their personality online. And how they act so much different than they would in real life to the point where they're living a fake life. Like, come on, like these people, if you, let's be honest, like we're all men in here and we've met a lot of people.
Debatable.
If someone is so emotionally weak that they have to resort to like insults and going off and doing all this weird shit that you probably see in the comment section. Now, I can only imagine there's a bunch of weirdos in there now. If someone is actually doing that,
them shots, bro.
If someone is actually doing that, they would never have the confidence or kind of demeanor to do that kind of shit in real life because it's so odd. Could you imagine going into Starbucks and niggas are just fighting in the corner and someone's yelling at the other one calling them a pussy because they don't think Zoro can beat Mihawk? That is odd behavior.
Yeah, nigga.
And they don't even realize how weird they're being because no one honestly calls them out on it. Everybody just dances around it like it's not happening.
Sandwich.
But I would love to see a movement where these like weird ass niggas are getting called out for being weird and getting emotional over comic books.
You have to do that with like every anime community because it's everywhere.
And every comic book community, every Star Wars adventure. Like, come on, man.
Is it really as bad as One Piece? You guys?
Yeah.
I feel like One Piece is
Star Wars is worse.
Star Wars is worse, really?
Yep. Star Wars is worse. It's just that because we are mostly in One Piece and we dislike it. That's the reason why we'll say One Piece community needs to be better.
I respect that.
It's just like it's everywhere in most communities in general. Like we just all need to be better in general. It's just that it's everywhere.
No. It's you disappointed. Shit, that's why we disappointed. That's the point. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we're disappointed.
Hello? Yeah, you're right, Fiji. And it's not like we're coming in as some people that aren't passionate about. Did everybody get dropped again?
No, we all here, nigga.
But it's not like the people that are saying this shit are coming in out of nowhere just to hate on it. Because I bet there's a lot of Star Wars people like that just go in there to trash it, but really don't have the passion. The One Piece fans that are upset nowadays have the same passion as you psychopaths. We love this shit. We have been reading it just as long as you, and we love it so much that even though we're disappointed, we still keep coming back to it.
Actually, I don't read. Actually, Chuck said I don't read the series. I actually just read spoilers and just talk shit about what's happening right now.
The chatty approach.
Hold on. Hey, y'all hear that? George is describing.
He's doing the Satsuki. He's doing the Satsuki.
Hater legitimately.
I don't know if y'all know.
I tell dudes what I do. It's not.
Hater has long since stopped reading One Piece and just been on this shit since.
Well, Jordan, you can at least admit, Jordan, that there was a time where you loved this series. Before
I've been saying this before Whole Cake. I like what voice like. Yes, Whole Cake showed me the trash.
Whole Cake was ass.
I'll be honest.
Whole Cake showed me how One Piece is. I saw the light with one Whole Cake.
I've been disappointed since Zoe. Well, since after Zoe. Zoe was amazing, but I've been disappointed.
I'm gonna slap the shit out you through the screen.
But I'm still excited every week to read One Piece.
I don't know. Wano's a different breed.
Wano's still big. It's still a big news. I'm sorry. It's still a big news. I mean, you enjoy it. That's cool. I know for me it's big. No.
Big News is so biased, bro.
Biased.
This man would hate on Whole Cake, but then praise.
Hate on Whole Cake.
Yo, Big News, and Ty meet every Sunday at Starbucks to decipher that their plans, their strategies to defend the latest chapter of the week.
Toddy, never disrespect me again.
They're like, okay, on page 4, on the third panel, this nigga said some trash shit. What are we gonna say when they call us out on this?
Never disrespect me again, my boy.
I mean, I don't doubt it.
And we don't meet at Starbucks, bro. We meet at Dunkin' Donuts. What the fuck's wrong with
you?
But yeah, man. Like we got gripes with the community, but we have gripes with the story in itself. Like it's 900 chapters deep, and in most stories, you will understand the power scale and power system like 5 chapters in or something.
You know
it's been 900 chapters, and we still barely understand.
What series? I mean, they have
like 5 chapters.
I like
that was cap, but it's okay.
Niggas can dislike it.
That was an exaggeration. I get what you're saying.
I got you, Tower God. Tower God, Hardcore Level Warrior.
You just lied.
Alchemist.
Shinzo was not explained in 5 chapters. You lying fuck.
Hey, this playing 100. That's playing 100.
Are you fucking kidding me, my guy?
Hey, it's playing 100.
That was the biggest cap ever.
Virgo. All I'm saying is, early on in the story, not 900 chapters deep, you understand exactly how the powers work, and some new shit is introduced. It's introduced in a way where you can digest it and be like, okay, it's just adding on to the power system that we already have. One Piece tried that with 3 time skip. We still don't understand Conqueror's Haki.
I'm with Cola completely. There is no reason that when you walk out of school, when you're in 11th grade and you walk out of school, your thought is, man, I wonder what Conqueror's Haki does. And then when you walk out of the bank because you just filed for life insurance, you wonder what a Conqueror's Haki does.
Yeah,
that is unacceptable.
I'm gonna be honest though, bro. I like that about One Piece, man. That's literally the thing that people love One Piece for.
Vagueness? What you like vagueness? And missed what the heck?
You like delay? You like aging?
Nah, but it isn't delay.
Y'all niggas are ridiculous.
You like Doriki? Because I was explained.
Doriki, I was used once, my nigga.
Yo, that was a bad example because in the story right now, Conqueror's Haki and how it's used is not relevant to winning fights. So
but
why?
That's not what
the heck is relevant? It's all Conquerors all the time. It's relevant to the story.
We see Conquerors consistently in top tier fights. We see them. We still don't understand what this means.
The only thing I know about Conqueror's Haki is it makes black lightning.
All right,
makes weak people fall out.
Whatever it is.
Fodder control. That's what it means.
That's right.
But to bring it back around, because I don't know if Vergo really wants to do this because we only have one defender of this series. Ty's not in here yet, so
That's what I'm saying. We need more defenders.
so Big News doesn't really know what to do yet.
Wait, what are you talking
Wow.
Hey, Big News
I'm
defenders
just
Wano.
kidding.
Bro.
The defender of Wano.
I'm on the
Big
side
News,
of
think about this Wano.
But before you guys do have that stream or whatever, it does need to be established that guys.
Yeah, he got booted.
Everyone got
This-
booted. What?
this shit is
Even
tripping,
Vergo got
dog.
booted. No, Vergo's still here.
Nah, it's
How
fraud,
am I
it's
gonna get booted, stupid?
Yeah, no, dude, I just assumed. Maybe
Yeah, I
he got
guess
booted.
I can. Shut up.
Right.
You wrong. You wrong,
You're
Draco.
embarrassing, man.
You know why? I thought you got
No,
booted
Draco,
because
I fuck with you, Draco. You know
I
that.
was
I'm just
looking
kidding.
for
Somali saw how
I just saw Jay get booted too. I just saw Jay get booted.
all the creditless niggas got
There's
booted, bro.
Jay.
Give me one second.
Trust me, big
And Jay's
my
back.
nigga Jay.
No, Jay
we can face your
is
heels.
fixed. Everybody got booted.
Oh yeah, no, I'm on my computer now, so it should be good. Give me 1 second. I gotta switch accounts. I'm on the wrong
Yeah,
account.
for some reason my Hangouts link only works for computers. I don't get that.
Yeah, it does not work on mobile. You
You fucking
kinda
face in
fucked
that. Shit.
All right, who do I need to invite again? Ah, shit.
Hater, Jay.
Okay, that's better. That's better. Okay, y'all can hear me now, right?
I don't want to.
I got your text message pinned, Vergo.
Can y'all hear?
Pinned on the screen. Ready.
Big bet.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, nigga,
All
stop
right,
saying it.
bet. Yo, Driss, what the fuck is that voice?
And I got one more. I'm still on the soapbox, but I got one more, and then I'll let it go.
Get off your soapbox.
Is, just one more. I feel like if you're gonna let somebody's opinion of the series like make you dislike that person, then you're really limiting yourself to connecting and socializing with people you might otherwise like.
Well,
Hey,
For
no cap,
instance,
I got
like
one more thing to say.
I found Matt B right after I found Brago. And I started
Toddy,
watching Matt's.
speaking of Matt, that nigga's
Let
joining.
Let me finish. Don't warn me, man.
No, you
We're
don't have
both
to
grown
finish.
men.
Yeah.
But
You don't have to
we both but I started watching Matt's videos more than Brago's after a second because I felt like I vibed more with Matt, and I felt like Matt's personality is the personality of the friends I surround myself with. And I felt like he got my sense of humor, and I thought like once I got to know Matt, we would be really good friends.
Cool story, bro.
Unfortunately, that did not work out, and the only reason I think that didn't work out is because we have different views of
Oh,
a
who
fucking
said
comic
that?
book, and that's an injustice.
I doubt it's just that, bro.
Me and Matt have never argued about anything on this planet except for One Piece.
Could
It's
you?
the only
could
thing
you-
we've ever honestly
You think
argued
it's fair
about.
to say it's not what you arguing, but the way you arguing?
Oh yeah, I'm back.
Ooh,
Oh,
that,
yeah, that's very good.
Wait, Draco, did you say that?
It is, because when you come out and say "shut the fuck up" or "that's retarded"
Yeah.
or "are you fucking stupid," yes, that's not going to get the reaction that you
Hey,
want. That's
good
not conducive to any kind of progress. So if you're saying it's on my part of it, I don't agree with that because I never talked to anybody like that until
Didn't
I'm
you
talking to
ruin
you
one
like
of Vergo's streams like literally a month and a half ago?
Oh no.
All right, let's keep it a buck.
There was some shit in the background.
I mean, you gotta own that, man.
Hey, let's keep it a buck.
You can't play the moral high
Hey,
ground.
hold on.
I love this
Drip.
nigga Tris.
So something you don't know,
That's so true. Remember Waldo?
Toddy, shut
Waldo
up.
died for this.
Draco,
You
hey Draco.
dishonorable.
Hey Draco, can you do something for me and shut up? Thank you.
What up, man?
All right, my
What
bad.
I was saying
What
was,
up, man?
I understand Toddy did go off and he might went deep in a little bit on that one, but there's some shit he was going through. Nigga, everybody has those moments.
Everybody act ignorant every now and then, bro. You gotta chill out.
Everyone has bitch boy moments, right?
Everybody has their moments.
Yeah,
I've had my
I was going
moments on
through some
Brago.
shit, which is why I left the stream.
I
but
have my
let's not
moments on
pretend
Brago
like I was
stream.
the
Everybody has
aggressor.
those moments.
So
I was not the aggressor.
can I mention something that you said? So one thing that I'll say is I understand like when people come out with a lot of vitriol about you not liking One Piece and stuff like that. But again, here's the hypocritical thing that comes across.
That's
Like,
right.
there's always a way to argue something, and there's always a way there's 1,000 ways to say the same thing.
It's a fact.
And especially when you slander One Piece in a way where it's just like someone who genuinely loves and enjoys One Piece, they know what you're saying to them is inaccurate. So then they say they respond in a way that's hostile towards you. You respond in a way which hostile towards them. You have a toxic argument where both of you guys are kind of just in the wrong. You know, there's ways to do it. And to be honest, like the way you guys talk about One Piece, you know, it's just, to me, it's like at least give me some logic. Like, let's be real. Let's have an actual discussion about it. Let's not just slander it and stretch out the joke as if One Piece is absolute garbage when you know it's not. You just don't like the way it's written in certain circumstances, but you don't have to completely dismiss it as a series in itself.
But that's the thing. But that's the difference, right? We're not doing that. The thing is, we have invested ourselves for the longest because we do like the series. And we do bring these criticisms because we do like the series. The problem is the same problems we have just keep coming back over and over to us. It's just like the issues I have with the fact that some characters aren't revealed, even though we're 900 chapters deep. The problems that I have with you bring these characters in just to throw them in there and then never use them again because they're just there just to be there. And then you also try your best to make you care about these people that are introduced when at the end of the day you won't care about them later on, and you're just trying your best to do it. Like even with the Wano shit, I don't care that much. Like I don't care that much about what's going on right now in the spot.
I can understand. That.
That sounds like a personal problem.
No, it's like
JD.
What's up?
Well, I'm responding to your original point too. I think you're right. I think like just because you're on two different sides of the fence doesn't mean that two people can't have a logical discussion and come to a conclusion. Even if they agree to disagree, that can all happen peacefully. Where I disagree with you is it's the way that it's presented. Like maybe somebody tells a joke or maybe someone we're black, so we use words like garbage and trash. I don't think that's what initiate. I don't think that's where the conversations tend to break down. I think the conversations always break down when you turn from attacking the series or defending the series to attacking the individual. Because as black men, we are predisposed to being strong and prideful. And when someone calls you something like a bitch or a dumbass or tells you to shut the fuck up, it is not reasonable to expect a strong black man to sit there silently and do that. They're going to react. They're going to defend themselves, whether it's via fist or cognitive ability. They're going to defend themselves, and I think they have a right to defend themselves.
Well, I wouldn't blanket it with race, because I do think that gets into a territory where you're kind of dismissing other people. Like a grown ass man would never let somebody talk to him like that in general.
It's the culture. It's the culture. Our culture is more prideful than the common man.
Let me not say your point's not wrong, but I'm saying it's dangerous to outlook the other people who would actually respond in a manner where it's like, yo, we can talk about something, but you can't disrespect me as a man saying, oh, you're a bitch because you don't read a comic. Like that's when people, if I was white, I'd be upset. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was Hispanic, Pakistani, you know what I mean? Like I would never let somebody talk to me in that manner. So I get what you're saying, but I just think it's a little dangerous.
Well, that was more of a cultural thing because Dritz, when's the last time you were talking to somebody about One Piece and you told them shut the fuck up, nigga, or called them a bitch ass?
I don't think you said none of that.
Might be the last time. Might be the last time I talked to Ty. I don't know.
but it's a cultural thing to like use these hyperbolic statements and have a lot of pride. I think black men have too much pride, honestly, and not just black men, people of that culture. There can be white people that grew up in the black culture, and that you're just raised that way to defend yourself and be strong and not put up with bullshit and all that kind of stuff. But you are right; it applies to all races. But when I was saying black, I was talking specifically about the culture.
No, I understand.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, in any regard, when it comes to slander of any sort, it's different strokes for different folks.
I think it's kind of like, or at least over the internet, talking about a comic book. A guy calls you a bitch. Like, I wouldn't take it that personally.
Draco,
like, I don't understand why.
Listen. I'm saying different strokes for different folks because I know you've gotten angry about that before.
No, I might have gotten fake angry about it, like momentarily angry.
Wow.
Like, it never, like, I've never caught
angry. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
Draco, everybody can be triggered by something, bro, and that's not cap.
I like how JD immediately said fake angry. Okay.
because niggas know that there are certain things that can get under your skin sometimes.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's just how some people talk, bro. Sometimes somebody will say something, and you just the way they're saying it just doesn't
Like
vibe
if a
with you.
nigga's like, a kindness is the strongest in the verse. Shut up, stupid nigga. I'm gonna fuck your mama. Now I'm mad. Like niggas get upset.
If he talks about your mom and
I mean,
shit, that's different. Like, but if he calls you a bitch,
but like, I mean, it be that way. And sometimes, like Vergo, you've been in the Discord whenever. Like, I don't get hot often, but when I get hot, you'll know I'm getting hot because somebody will say so. Somebody will just talk to me like I don't understand what they're saying, and then I'll be like, bro, I'm trying to talk to you and try to understand what you're saying, talk to you. And then they'll just start going out of nowhere and just start going crazy with how they're talking. And I'm like, all right, bro, I'm done with this. We're not even having a civilized conversation no more.
For sure. And there are times where I'll leave, and there are times where, nigga, I don't feel like I have to leave, so now I have to get ignorant to match your energy.
Exactly.
And there's sometimes you just don't want to argue like that. You don't want to go through the drama and scream and cuss. Like when I let Vergo stream that one day, it's not because I was raging or in my feelings. It was like I don't have the energy to go back and forth with 4 men.
Right? Waldo hit a nerve.
It's not even. It wasn't even hitting a nerve because it's not like he said any insults that's nearly as like harsh as my insults. My insults are really intended to hurt someone's feelings, and a dumbass and a bitch isn't going to bother me. But it was trying to juggle an intellectual conversation about One Piece while 4 people are constantly cutting me off, and no one's calling them out. And when they are getting called out, they're lumping me in with their behavior as if I'm actually doing it too. And it was just too much energy to where you don't want to do it. Like the best conversations I have with you and the guys, Vergo, are when we're just in here chilling and laughing and telling jokes, and there's no animosity.
That's right. Unless you're talking about one.
It's not fair. It's not fun.
And my bullspin streams are they're the most candid. They're fun.
I think it's kind of like very rare that these conversations about power scaling and super opinionated conversations are going to be civil. Like I've never seen it be civil. So
I've seen it be civil. They can be civil if you have a brain. Yeah.
But wait, it's not even that.
I agree. They can be civil if you have.
Actually, no, it's not even that. It's just unfortunately for the series and how big it is, people can literally infer their own opinion into what they believe somebody's power scale is, and you can't really say they're wrong. Can't say it right either because it's that vague.
I agree.
It always falls apart at the same point when someone tosses that insult. As soon as the insult's tossed, like it breaks down. An example is the last stream I was in.
I think this person is this way
got into a debate about Naruto and Kishi. If the author was responsible for how the series went bad. If you had that conversation with like Lucid, Rakeem, or somebody, eventually they're going to call you something that's going to.
They're going to call you retarded.
Yeah, but I've had debates with JD, I've had debates with Vergo, I've had debates with Jay Hudson and Jordan, where it's all civil, and we did not agree at any point.
Hater, that's also another thing, right? Whenever you started talking about the vagueness of the series, right? That's kind of where it becomes divisive for everyone because one person will have their own opinions. Yeah, somebody will have their own opinion, another person will have their own opinion, and then they're gonna butt heads because your opinion clashes with mine, and I don't agree with it, and then I'm gonna call you a bitch, and you're gonna call me a bitch.
Right, and I can't beat your opinion, so I gotta insult you. Because I can't attack your opinion anymore. I gotta.
Yo, man, I can hear you. I think you're acting.
Hey, Cole, watch this real quick. Like, watch this. Mihawk versus Shanks. Who's stronger? Logically, you would say Shanks, but because people want to bullshit. And be
okay, hold on, Jordan. That's a bad example, G. That's a bad example.
Example.
It's not a good one.
But see how immediately there were 3 people that be like, whoa.
Yeah, exactly.
Today.
Guys,
let me go real quick.
But it didn't get toxic yet. It didn't get to the point where it was toxic.
It was about to.
It wasn't though. It wasn't.
Were you about to tell him to shut the fuck up, you bitch? Were you really about to do that?
I was not, bro. I swear to God, I wasn't.
But I was gonna ask him, what is a swordsman? Is Shanks a swordsman? And then he's gonna say, who's the greatest swordsman? And it's just gonna keep going.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's still like stimulating conversation. That's still productive. That's
fine, bro.
Toddy, the reason it's going like that is because I know Hater. If I didn't know him, I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
At what point will you guys start shouting at each other and cussing each other out?
How do you get to know somebody when you treat them like that?
I rarely heard you cuss anybody.
I didn't finish. My whole point is this. Yes, we do. My whole point is that with that one topic, it's so vague because of how you word stuff, how you want to word stuff to fit your narrative, depending on who you are, that you can't just say who's stronger because you have one person who's Yonko, who in the story that makes it like Yonko or top tier with the admirals, and you have Mihawk, who's a warlord, who's a little bit under the Yonko, the admirals, whatever. But because of wording and because of certain things that's given, ex-warlord, that's given to us in the story, you can say what you want.
Do you know why? Do you know why I was beginning to cut you off?
Why?
I was beginning to cut you off because you started to push an agenda.
Because an example, I don't care.
Matt, hold on, Matt.
An example.
Pause. Matt, hold on, I gotta tell Matt something. Matt, is your mic fucked up? Because why are you so low?
Am I low? I've been asking.
There we go. There you go.
He just hasn't been able to talk. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I asked y'all like 5 times.
What's up, Matt? What's up, my
bad? My fault, DZ nigga. Nobody trying to come at your head. Use the low.
Yeah, what's happening?
Konnichiwa. What's good?
Chilling.
Would you say?
I was asking y'all who y'all was talking about.
We're talking about a dude on a unicycle who holds a sword and shoots fire, and they call him a swordsman.
Are you talking about Kabaji the acrobat, nigga?
Yes, that's a swordsman.
No, that is a swordsman though.
No, wait.
No, that's not what we're talking about. He's deviating.
That's the point. The whole point is that, and how big the story is, we can go into a whole 3-hour debate over something simple as a swordsman, and that's going to cause a lot of BS and grief over because of power scaling the story. That's the whole point of that. That's why I say that. I'm sorry, you can't pass over One Piece because it's too vague. Like, people call Big Mom trash, and me know she's younger, but because she looks so stupid and retarded, call her trash.
Okay, but that's dumb niggas, bro. Who are you talking to, bro?
That's a fandom. That's community. That's community, bro.
That's the community, dog. You can say that's dumb people, bro.
That's
but
community.
Them niggas is stupid.
That's the community. The community stupid thing. That's you gotta say that because that's how the community is.
Dead ass, bro. I can get you more people than less than that will tell you that.
I've been in the most toxic places in the community, and those niggas are baiting. You niggas have to be able to differentiate.
How long have you been in?
I've only been in it. No, I've only been in it for like 6 months.
It's not about being in Discord.
Yeah, I'm
guys. You're missing the point. Hold on, guys. Reel it in.
Until you're in the Discord and you have like 6 people, 7 people, all like waiting in line to argue.
Waiting in line.
I've been in the.
Yeah.
It's a real thing. What he's saying is a real thing.
My initiation,
dog. Bro, literally, bro. Sometimes it'll be me. Like if I go in there. Anytime, bro, it's always like 6, 7 people, bro. Like, oh, well, Matt, what about this? Oh, Matt just
I can vouch for him.
Matt just got this.
Hold on, I gotta re-invite them. I can vouch for him because that's not Cat. Matt, by no means, Matt is not a nigga from Hollywood. Matt is not Arnold Schwarzenegger. Matt is not fucking Ben Affleck. Matt is not any of that. But when he goes in Discord, these niggas be waiting for his wall of fame.
Niggas will come at your neck because it's for no reason other than the fact that you're Matt B. You're the dude that talks to Vergo. We gotta come at you for your points that you made on the disc, on like the videos and shit. Niggas will come at you regardless because of who you are, which is still bullshit. But then also the bullshit is also part of it is the other bullshit. Is the fact that the arguments they're coming at you with is bullshit. They just want to come at you. In fact,
everyone's a rookie to me who hasn't had a conversation with Ty.
Why do you keep bringing this nigga up?
I don't think you've met. Hold on. I don't think you've met Janoy. I don't think you've met Janoy. I don't think you've met Lucid.
I've met
He's met all of them.
You need to meet Janoy. You need to meet
Bro, I've met all these niggas, bro. I've met all of them. Trust me.
Wallow's actually joining very shortly.
Some of the bullshit.
He's still a rookie because they ain't come at for his bullshit. Bro, I have Shanks over Mihawk. You think I ain't had Waldo, Janoy, all these niggas dragging me down?
That's facts, dog. It'll come at you, dog. It'll come at you for no reason other than that.
It's the wild.
I've had niggas showing me every single panel with Shanks. He's holding a sword.
I'm saying, if I go YouTube, I'm sorry, Twitter right now, go on Twitter, make a poll about the same shit. Okay, not me, but like Matt, be somebody big, do that. Have 1,000+ niggas vote and have the same arguments we have in Discord about a sword. So I'm saying that's the community.
Yeah, I've been on Twitter.
It's just community, fam. Like again, that's a vagueness. Like you got too much vagueness with how certain things are, which is to me retarded.
What's up, Wallo?
But the Mihawk fans, like the people who push mainly. What's popping up, Wallo?
Nah, if I actually I'll give it to people that like slander One Piece for how vague it is. Like I agree, and I was having this debate with Fiji about how trash the system of hockey is. Like I like hockey.
Actually, weren't we here?
But Yeah, no, you guys were all there. I think it was on the stream.
You can't say the hockey's trash.
Trash is a trash is a stretch.
No, Matt B, the argument in hand.
To me, hold up. Legend.
One at a time, boys. One at a time.
Matt B, right. My point. Give me a second.
Armament hockey was ripped from Hunter x Hunter.
Let me finish my point.
Hey, shut up, Toddy.
That is facts. Think about it. But go ahead.
Trash is a stretch, right? It's definitely a stretch, but the amount of vagueness that comes with hockey to the point where we don't even know when niggas are using it and when they are, to the point it gets tiring because now when you get these power scaling debates, oh, what about Conquerors hockey? And then you realize, oh wait, what is Conquerors hockey actually do? Nobody still knows.
Okay, now let me interject with what you said real quick. I agree with that if we're talking pre-time skip. And now what Oda did a very bad job at doing is executing the introduction of hockey. So
agreed.
I've said this, and I made a video about this like years ago. I said that Oda should have put a vice admiral in the spot where Aokiji came up and dominated the Straw Hats instead of putting an admiral there, because if you put a vice admiral there and a vice admiral dominates the Straw Hats, then in the same fashion that Aokiji did, right? Then it leaves the readers guessing. We're like, oh, whoa, that's only a vice admiral. How strong is an admiral? And then, not to mention that whenever they were on Skypiea, they got introduced to hockey. They got introduced to mantra or whatever. So if you have a vice admiral that has a devil fruit and he's rocking nasty hockey, which is a fact, like, you know, that doctor told Kobe, yo, all the vice admirals use hockey.
Yeah. Bro, we seen
I agree with that. Are you saying too, I think that's a good idea. And are you saying too that when the vice admiral would come and dominate, he does it via specifically hockey?
Yeah, like exactly, specifically hockey, and then also on that.
Go ahead.
Also, you know, obviously, you just give that vice admiral the story that Aokiji had with Robin, and it works. Like you could make that work, right? And then maybe it's the same vice admiral. You know, instead of him moving up to an admiral position, he's still a vice admiral, and he was there present whenever the Buster Call happened on O'Hara. I feel like that would have been way better, and it would have made more sense. And the power scaling of One Piece, because we got introduced to an admiral way too quickly, in my personal opinion.
What, Matt? That's true. Matt, do you mind if I piggyback on that?
Yo,
so
what you say that
hold on, real quick. So my thing about that is basically how I agree with that. So the vice admiral was there doing that after the whole long land shit. That would make a lot of sense because we got introduced to a power of an admiral at Sabo, which was still pre-time skip.
Oh no!
So you would have had the showing of a vice and an admiral.
Say that again. I think he said what were you saying, bro?
I was saying you would have had the showing of a vice admiral after long land, and you still would have had a showing of an admiral over at Sabo with Kizaru.
Yeah, that's true. It would have fit a lot better.
It would have fit actually quite perfectly.
A little bit more cohesive. But that's also part of the thing, like we were saying earlier, like he was saying, like it just.
No, I'm saying I agree.
Vagueness. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm just saying it just leads more into the vagueness of what PG was saying. That vagueness just is everywhere in terms of a lot of the points of the story, which just makes it harder for us to just like be like, okay, where's the consistency? How are we supposed to just like put these people in levels so that we can understand, okay, this guy's above this guy, this guy's above this guy, so we can understand that how the story fits instead of just going off of our own beliefs to decide on who's strong and who's not.
That's right. Oh, go ahead, bro.
Wallow, what were you saying?
When it comes to power skating, though,
what I was about to say was, it's just
Wallow's voice got real.
It's just left. It's just left too high. It's just left too open ended, bro. You feel me? That's all, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at us. We in Wano, bro. The only person I see using hockey like that is motherfucking Luffy.
That's what I was thinking.
Motherfucking
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Stop playing, bro.
Well, here's I think why it's in defense.
Hold up, Toddy, bro. Hold on. I'm talking about like Jack, bro. When we see the little shoot him up, he ain't putting hockey on his sword, nothing, bro. You feel me? When Queen jump off the tight rope, nigga, and then clap. Big Mom ain't no like these niggas ain't using hockey, bro. They supposed to be top tiers, bro. What is going on with that?
Yeah. And it's not fleshed out. And the reason it's not fleshed out is because Oda's been waiting. And the reason he's been waiting is because he copied armament hockey from Hunter x Hunter and hiatus. And he copied Future Sight from Sharingan, and that shit ended. So the nigga doesn't know what to do now.
I don't think so. I don't agree with that.
I love it.
Let me go now.
I love it.
Yeah, this is the truth. It's vague because they want you to argue. And if you argue, you keep reading, he makes money. It's that simple, man.
That's a W, bro.
That is big facts. That's big facts.
When it comes to power scaling, bro, I think after One Piece is finished, even after One Piece is over, niggas is just gonna do it again. After One Piece is over, I think it will still be debatable. A power scaling, even if you go back to Naruto, bro. Other than Naruto and Sasuke, you out here power scaling niggas. When you look at Hunter x Hunter right now, you can power scale most characters. You can see who's stronger. You can there's debates who is to be made. Like niggas are acting like power scaling should be set in stone.
And he copied Conqueror's Vergo stream.
Okay, so look, I'm gonna just say this as far as hockey. I think Oda was still trying to figure out what hockey was pre-time skip, which is why we only knew when somebody was using hockey if the character said it, right? And then after the time skip, what a lot of people speculate is the fact that now Luffy knows hockey. We see the story through Luffy's eyes, so now there's a representation of like, okay, we see what hockey is. And now, I mean, I will say it's a shame that it's taken 900 plus chapters for Oda to fully flesh out what hockey was. Yeah. But I think I think what Oda was trying to do is he was trying to have Luffy learn these techniques. So now that Luffy knows all of these techniques, I think now we'll be seeing everyone be using hockey because now it's been explained. We don't have to guess anymore. We know what people are going to be doing with it, and now we just got to wait. We got to wait.
Still not all the way.
Wait. Nah, Conquerors is the only thing that's not explained out of hockey. Everything else is explained.
No, he's right. We all seen the Chimerian arc. We know exactly where hockey's going.
Oh my god.
No, wait. If I can real quick say, but my thing is, why do we have to wait? What's the point of all this waiting? Again, how long you been waiting the series? 10, 5, however many years? Why must we wait? Why do we have to keep giving you time to help us understand what you're trying to do with your series? Why can't you just do this from the get-go so there's not any questions and confusion? Why must y'all have to wait?
Well, I'll say this, and don't get me wrong, I'm not making excuses for Oda, or maybe I am. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to the way Oda's been writing his story, he seems to like dropping nuggets that don't really tell you anything, but kind of leave you on a rabbit trail that kind of just make you want to know what's more. So that's why he feels like, oh, I can definitely abuse this because I know if I drop this, like, look what he did with the Straw Hat and the Reverie. What the fuck does that even mean? We're still, what does that Straw Hat actually mean? But here we are thinking like it's such a great plot point. You got nut ass theories like all of a sudden the Giant's gonna come up and put on the Straw Hat, and what's gonna happen after that?
You know what I mean? Hey, JD, let me piggyback off of that. You know what's funny about that? Is that the niggas are like, oh my god, the Straw Hat, niggas went into Reverie looking for answers and left Reverie with more questions.
With no answer.
That's right. Reverie is niggas be calling.
And I love the Reverie. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. But I'm saying like y'all niggas went in expecting the wrong things, my guy.
Mm-hmm. And it's my fault. But you can't always blame disappointment on expectations. Sometimes the delivery just fails.
Yeah, that's.
I don't think it is. I don't think honestly, the people that defend One Piece a lot of times they fall back on expectations,
Okay.
and I hate that argument because it's so empty and lacks so much substance, and it's lumping everybody into like one category.
Okay,
Some
that's
people
a
are
little
just
bit harsh,
genuinely
Toddy.
upset with the execution. People don't. People might be genuinely upset that.
You go next. I'll go after you.
I don't even know if my point's being heard.
I'm listening. I'm listening, Toddy.
Like 6 people talking.
Toddy, I'm definitely listening.
I hear you.
We all heard you, baby.
Like when it comes to the reverie, like maybe some people were expecting some fights or whatever, but I don't think they were truly as disappointed by the lack of fights as they were it just getting cut short when the climax was
Go ahead,
I was
guys.
really disappointed.
The reverie isn't over yet, though.
No, it's over.
Like,
Well, technically it's over.
I mean that little mini arc in the realm of that little mini
we don't know for
the
sure.
reverie is not over because at the end of each act of Wano, we find out more info about the reverie. Like
okay, technically you're right. Technically you're
One
right.
more
But I was
time.
speaking more.
hang on.
Oh, hold on, Toddy. Fiji has been waiting. Fiji, what are you trying to say, dude?
Let Matt B finish what he's saying.
What is that?
look,
How are you
look,
just
look.
going to cut off genuine conversation? That was a really
Okay.
good discussion.
Because
But Matt, just to clarify too, before you go on, I was not talking about Reverie as a whole. I was talking about the actual little mini arc where the focus was entirely on the Reverie. People were disappointed with that.
The thing is, right? The thing is that Oda can't sacrifice keeping Luffy out of the story. And Luffy can't sacrifice keeping Luffy out of no.
Oh, Matt hasn't read One Piece for the last 2 months, guys. Keep that in mind.
Okay, that makes sense.
I get
That was a joke. That was a joke.
He can't keep Luffy out of the story, bro. Luffy hasn't been out of the story ever in the series.
Yeah, since like last Tuesday. You're right.
No, it's because niggas are dismissing the fact that the structure of the reverie, the reason why it's being given an axe, we don't know. It could very well tie into Wano. That's the reason why.
Yeah, it probably is gonna tie into Wano.
It already
does.
Yeah,
it does.
Stored information. We've got the abolishment of warlords. We could have Hancock in Wano. Niggas
But
like there's a reason he done it like that.
Here's the problem. Yeah, but here's the problem, right? Yeah, but here's the problem, right? Going off of what you're saying, yes, but there was the whole setup was the meeting that was going to be involved with those world leaders and what was going to come from it. That already happened, and we're just seeing the aftermath of what happened in that. That was the reverie, and that is over. And we're just seeing the trickling down after effects of what happened in between the arcs, which is fine, but even though you guys are saying that's still part of the reverie itself that was supposed to happen ended. It ended. What's the problem with that? That's already over. And then also going off of what you were saying, what Toddy was saying earlier with expectations and shit. People have the worst expectations whenever it comes to this shit. Because like somebody will literally tell me, "Hey, bro, all I'm expecting is a clash, bro, and that'll be good enough for me." How is that good enough?
Yeah, I understand that.
Because you've been cheated. You have to understand that's what you've been subjected to for so long.
Niggas are hoping for low so that when they get something decent,
they'll be happy, and that's bullshit, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think Wano has been like mid. It's been
okay.
Amazing.
So Matt, what were you trying to say? My bad. What were you trying to say, Matt? I was cutting you off earlier.
Dang, man, I can't even. I was scrolling. I was looking through.
My bad.
It's all good. You're good.
But yeah, man, that's also part of it. Go ahead, Jay.
Oh yeah, no, I wanted to go back to Matt's point about how he believed if the vice admiral was presented instead of Aokiji, Haki would have been able to be presented in a better manner. But if you think about how Sentomaru, remember when he was presented along with Kizaru, and that's when we realized like Haki. That's when we really understood. Okay, Haki, there's a way to fight devil fruit users. Do you know what I mean? So like, it's like if you basically put the Sentomaru stuff in place of Aokiji, I think that's what you were trying to get at, right?
To be honest, Aokiji though, but Aokiji was perfect for that situation because he has a relationship with Robin, so it
tied into Robin.
Yeah, but I already said that, bro. I said if you just replace the vice admiral, he has the same relationship. Like obviously, there's things that you would have to mix up with the story. But what I was getting at was the power scaling picture of it.
Oh yeah.
If vice admirals have devil fruits and are able to use Haki and Rokushiki style, that's 3 power schemes in the One Piece world. You could have placed a vice admiral there to dominate the Straw Hats, the same way that Aokiji did.
Mm-hmm. No, but the way I see it, pre-time skip sort of focused on devil fruits. Like we got Luffy, he learned gear second and gear third in pre-time skip. Whereas post-time skip, we've had him learn and polish his haki. And it's been building up.
I'm not saying him learn hockey pre-time skip. I'm saying him be exposed to hockey.
Exposed to it, yeah.
So that as the readers, we're like, yo, what is this power? What is this? And instead of us being a Marineford and us having to be throwing a bone every time somebody uses hockey.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
Yeah, that's why pre-time skip was mid.
No,
pre-time skip wasn't mid. You tripping?
That's
one of the
Yo, what the fuck made you watch One Piece?
Matt B, that's one of the other.
You want to know the truth?
Yes.
Zoro.
Naruto had just ended. My boy for Neverworld was like, One Piece and Manga are great. And I was like, all right, I guess I need something new.
Talking about for Neverworld.
Yeah, when Naruto ended.
Okay.
And then that's what happened.
Are you serious, bro?
And then my boy Ace died, and now I'm really invested.
What?
What? Yeah, but that's why Matt.
You really not
capping with that whole thing. What was it? Oh, fuck, I lost it. Go ahead, Toddy. I lost it.
But I think One Piece's biggest issue with the power scaling and not really the power scaling, but more the development of the power systems is it's just flat out. It's really, really simple. It's just taking too long. There is value in holding something off and then having payoff. And like you've seen that in a bunch of stories or whatever. But what I can guarantee you is you've never read a story that a power system was introduced in year 2 or 3, and then it took 17 more years, and you still don't have a payoff for that. The payoff is just too long to the point where it's no longer exciting. And you don't no longer care. You just want it, and at this point, a lot of us have just wanted it for 6 or 7 years.
We got to pay out for hockey, though.
Yeah, Hater. What are you trying to say, Hater?
I don't know.
What are you trying to say, Hater?
I think this is more so for me and other people in the community that also have contracted from this. I think for us, it's not really like the payoff for hockey, but also like the payoff for certain villains or characters that fight you. So the thing is like this. I'll use for example, Katakuri. If you go off the Katakuri fight and see what Katakuri did and scale him, and I've seen it in a lot of videos, a lot of streams of people, either you think Katakuri is a god or you think that nigga is trash and not read all of that. Because what we see from Luffy, unfortunately, I call it the Luffy effect, is that he whooped Luffy's ass for 12, 16 hours. Then he tied off, everyone say it. But then we go back and look at it, you think, was he really that strong? He only took like 30 hits from Luffy. Was he really all that strong, all that good? He started questioning said character in the grand scheme of the story, which for me is kind of trash. Because my thing is, if a community has to question your character because of something that the main character does, or what the main character beats them, to me that's also trash as well. Because see, so with Crocodile, we see a lot of different characters Luffy beats. Where like Luffy beats them, now the community they're trash.
They're trash. I hate that so much. Like people think Katakuri is like trash now. I'm like, bro, what are you saying? Like,
bro,
I'm like, Katakuri can go probably toe to. Yeah, I'm like, bro, Katakuri could probably go toe to toe with King right now.
I think
Katakuri can go toe for toe with admirals, bro. Like, admiral's not defeating him, bro. What do you mean, chill? He's a right-hand commander.
He's getting
future sight. What do you mean, chill?
I mean, there's not much levels higher than where he's at. Yeah.
Exactly. Bro, the only level that's higher than what Katakuri is at right now is Yonko and Admiral level. What do you mean? What do you mean, chill?
It's Katakuri. He's getting mid-diff by Yonko. He's getting mid-diff by Admiral.
Community as a whole. I'm arguing the community as a whole as far as thinking, okay, Katakuri may be this strong, but how strong is he if a nigga like Luffy, because again, people use Luffy as a barometer. I don't know why. I don't get.
Oh, he got kicked. Hate to see it.
He got kicked right in the middle of this. Some trash, bro.
Doug, Matt, what I'm trying to say to you is, if Luffy got knocked out by one hit from Kaido, and I'm telling you, Kaido is comparable to admirals in my opinion. That's why admirals are one hit.
That was record time, Vergo.
Not one hit.
Yeah, I'm quick with it.
They're way
I don't think they're stronger.
Okay.
Because I'm paying
attention. Listen. Look. This is what I'll say. And this is what I've been saying to everybody. And like we've been finding a common ground in this, right? Mm-hmm. So naturally, I'll say that Yonkos are stronger than Admirals. Okay, but with me saying that in the same breath, I do not think that. Hang on. I do not think that any Admirals. I do think that some Admirals can defeat some Yonko.
No, Kizaru Kaido.
Oh, man, you're breaking my heart.
Wait. If you take the strongest Yonko, though, and you face the strongest Admiral, I think the strongest Yonko wins.
Which is
if you take the strongest... I'm not going to get into that right now.
Exactly.
If you take the strongest...
Yeah, Matt, because I don't want to argue with you tonight.
Hang on. If you take the weakest Admiral and the weakest Yonko... I say that the Yonko wins.
I got a question for you.
But the point of this, why does this make them like a different level? Because if you think about it like this, the strongest Admiral is comparable to two other Admirals. Akainu, Aokiji. Okay, when I talk about Admirals, I always dismiss Fuji and Green Bull just because I feel like they don't have the same level of portrayal as the Logia Admirals. But when I'm talking about Admirals,
and Green Bull doesn't have any portrayal, bro.
Yeah, I kind of
the portrayal that he has is that he's
at any level.
The portrayal that Green Bull and Fuji have is that they're admirals. Like we can't take that away from them.
Right. The title actually means in a series like One Piece, the title actually means something, and a lot of people like to debate that or whatever, and think that there's like massive levels of power within a title. But no, the truth is, from what we've seen in One Piece, if you have a title, you're within a realm of strength of the other people.
100%. Exactly. You're giving us a level of respect.
Wait, can you drink too real quick? My thing is that too.
No,
the community.
not Kaido.
I have so many issues with this conversation.
Tell them, Vergo. Take a time out to express the issues.
Wait, real quick, big news. Also, the community, I don't see why. How is it that you have a level of like admiral? So you say that there's only 3 good admirals and 2 fodder admirals. I don't understand that in my life.
No, there's no such thing as a fodder admiral, bro.
Yeah, there is. I completely agree. There is no.
There definitely is.
Bro, what are we talking about? A fodder admiral?
There definitely is. If you think the original 3 and the current 3 are in the same vein minus Kizaru,
but that doesn't mean they're fodder.
Hold on.
They're not fodder, my nigga. The phrasing was incorrect. Calm down, guys. Calm down.
Look,
the phrasing
let me
was
just
incorrect.
explain this. Let me explain this real quick. Yes, there is a weakest admiral and there's a strongest admiral, right?
Mm-hmm.
But just because there is a weakest admiral does not mean that he is fodder. If you
I said the phrasing was incorrect.
Hang on. If you have a weakest admiral, that weakest admiral is still taking the strongest admiral to a high diff fight. What are we talking about?
Exactly, and like this is honestly what he's saying. I think is not even debatable. I think it's a waste of time to debate it. That is so obvious that everybody should just agree with. Otherwise, they wouldn't have the title of admiral.
That's a fact.
But the point I'm trying to make here.
I'm not making that point. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, unfortunately, not just Discord, but in
that's not a fact. That's like saying the warlords in the same vein. That's cat.
Hey,
hell no.
Let Fiji go.
Yeah, let Fiji.
That's like saying the vice admirals are in the same vein. That's cat. It's differences. Period.
Yeah, I agree. Different. All right.
What's up, Fiji?
All right, Fiji, you got the floor.
Look, Matt, you said the strongest Yonko versus the strongest admiral. The strongest Yonko wins, right? But you said there are admirals that can beat Yonko. So, for example, I know most people seem to think Akainu is the strongest admiral.
Yeah,
right?
I would say he's the strongest.
Yeah.
I
well, Kong, and then him.
Well, he's an X3 admiral.
Kong's the
we know nothing.
He's the commander in chief.
Yeah,
he's
well, in that vein, Akainu is a different tier.
Notice a character that's been introduced. We know nothing about and
he's irrelevant.
I know. That's why I wanted to go past that point.
Well, I got an example for that, Cola, but we'll let
Cola, last chapter we had Roger say bring Garp or Sengoku. He never mentioned Kong. Kong irrelevant, dog. He was just
that's right.
Bro.
What do you guys want? Do you guys want my argument, which I can't say proves because that's too strong of a statement, but supports the fact that there is a difference.
The difference between what?
Say your opinion.
Here's my evidence that supports that there is a gap in strength between not only the fleet admiral but also the command fleet admiral and everybody else. There's a flashback on Old Cake Island where CP0 is discussing something with Mother Caramel.
Mother Caramel.
And they're referring. They're discussing Mom's strength and what her
even
potential.
The Admiral.
What her potential could be. And the specific statement, and I'm pretty sure Oda did this specifically for us because there's no other reason to word the sentence like this. Is he says that she at the rate she's going now, she can be an admiral, or even in the viz was bold, even a fleet admiral. Which distinguishes there's a gap in strength between those two. And Kong himself at one point was a fleet admiral. Eventually he got promoted. I don't think you promote weak people. I don't think you promote a weak person to a higher position.
Oh my god!
Damn, bro, we got kicked, bro.
I really hate when they cuss people off. When
I do
do
too. I don't know why I'm doing that.
But yeah, bro, it's just like, see, that's just a problem right there. He said we got introduced with a chapter just recently, and the main.
Yo, did my point get cut off? Get out.
Yeah, no, we got most of it, but
we heard
you. Yeah, we heard it.
Yeah, we heard it. It's just like the fact that like the Pirate King himself was introduced, and he dead ass said, "If you want somebody to come at me, send Garp or send Goku."
That's a bet, bro. And Kong existed, my nigga.
I'm saying that dude existed. But he didn't even mention it.
Oh God!
Because but you need to understand this. It makes sense because the fleet admiral we've seen Sengoku. Is he active on the field?
Exactly.
He's not active on the field.
Exactly. They never sent Sengoku after an admiral or after a Yonko ever.
They sent the admiral.
Garp was never. But that's the problem. But that's right there's the problem. Garp himself said he never took the admiral position because he didn't want to get ordered around. I'm like, okay, so he wasn't an admiral. So at that time, who were the admirals?
No, he never wanted to get ordered around by the Gorosei, but he was still getting ordered around.
He was still getting ordered around, but his superiors were actual military men and women. Once you're admiral, your superiors are no longer military.
But that's part of what I'm saying. Who were the admirals during that time, though? Who were the admirals?
Let me finish this train of thought real quick. Yeah, well, the thing was at that time you're saying like Sengoku or Garp. At the time, those were two admirals. Kong was not an admiral at that time. He was a fleet admiral. So I just imagine he would act in the same vein as we've seen Sengoku. And Sengoku never went out chasing Yonko ever pre-time skip.
So that's what you're saying, that there was only one admiral at that time, and now there's three?
No, there was three. There was two admirals at that time. Sengoku, Zephyr, and there was a third one that hasn't been named yet. Like the old generation isn't that. We don't need to know that much about them, to be honest, bro. They don't.
Right, in the absence of being referred to specifically by the Pirate King is not evidence that your strength is not on the same tier, because there's a variety of reasons why he might not have mentioned him. For instance, he's never ran into them niggas ever. Which they could be just as strong as Garp, and he just has never seen him. So why would he say send some random nigga I've never seen before?
And that also
fought alongside Garp 14 years ago. At that point, 13 years ago, he was fighting alongside Garp. So it makes perfect sense for him to mention Garp. Say bring this.
But that also leads to credence. Who was the strongest person? Then it only makes it even more vague on who the strongest person was, because Roger was the Pirate King. And the only person we knew that would fight against him would be like Garp or Sengoku or his contemporaries or Rocks, nigga, or those people, right? Or Whitebeard, and that's it. And then we'd be like, okay, but like, who are the other Marines that were also fighting him? And then they'd be like, nobody, we wouldn't know them. We wouldn't know who they are.
I don't think the absence of a referral indicates anything. Like if I say, man, I want to be a billionaire like Mark Zuckerberg, that doesn't mean that Jeff Bezos does not exist. That just means in the speech, in the sentence that I said, I omitted somebody. But that doesn't mean that the only billionaire in the world is.
That's not the point of what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying is at the point of the story, we expect the Pirate King, who's the freest man on the seas, to be the strongest person on the seas, right?
He wasn't.
Yeah, and I guess we expect him to list off 7 names.
No. You'd expect him to be the strongest, but then we'd be like, okay, so who else are there that would be like there? And we wouldn't know besides Garp or Sengoku or those Whitebeard or those people, right? Those are the people that we know. But then the problem is what Fuji said. We don't need to know about those people. That's my problem. Why don't we get to know about those people?
Because this is the old generation.
I mean, it's just speech. Yeah, in the context of what Roger was talking about at the time, he just chose not to mention them. Or there's 100,000 reasons why he might not have mentioned them, other than the fact that they weren't strong enough.
No,
that is one of 100,000 reasons why he didn't mention them, and I don't know why we're so solidified on that one.
You don't have two admirals that are named, but they're not strong enough to be mentioned, but they're admirals. But
no, but we've been told that God.
No, but there's no reason to jump to that conclusion based on such a weak. And this is no insult to you guys, but based on such a weak grounding as Roger not mentioning them by name. To jump to the conclusion that there's no way that they were strong enough to fight him doesn't make any sense.
We're not saying that there was no way. It's just the fact that in terms for a cohesive story, it makes it sound like these dudes don't even exist.
Because they weren't mentioned in one sentence uttered by the Pirate King.
They weren't mentioned throughout the story, period.
Here's my thing.
We don't. Honestly, the history of the pirate when Roger was on the seas, dominating the seas, a lot of things are vague, guys. It's not like the history is fleshed out. We just found out about rocks 20 years into the series. I would understand if the history was like we knew so much, but we're talking about something that we have no idea on.
And that's part of why we're saying that's not good. It's 900 chapters deep, and we don't know anything about that.
Here,
I'm with you on that, Cola. I'm with you on that. But that's not connected to your current argument.
That's part of my reasoning. That's part of my reasoning. I'm not saying that we have to know this information. I'm saying, I would expect even like a breadcrumb of information for anything.
I get what you're saying. So you're saying you're saying that if it was true, then we should have known about it by now.
Okay, but
it would lead more credence. It would make it easier for us to scale on those people that are part of the Marines as well. Like we know Garp and Sengoku. We really don't know many other. Like we know Bogarts, who's right hand with Garp, but we don't really know many other people like that in the Marines who was going directly against them. Go ahead, sir.
Go ahead, bro.
It's so weak to me that the best that we can get is a non-canon character in Zephyr. I'm sorry, Z.
Zephyr?
Kind of canon, I guess. The best we get for an admiral is a nigga.
Hey, let me go next.
That's not really canon. That's the best we can get.
You got it, big man.
That's the
I don't know why
you are right. I agree with you.
Y'all niggas
Hold on. Time out. Great.
I mean, JD, you right.
Let me bring you guys back to reality on this Wano greatness. The most supernovas since Sabaody. Big Mom clashing. Odin's flashback. Zoro versus Killer. Zoro versus Hawkins. Law versus Hawkins. Who the hell?
No. Big news though. Can I ask you something though? Look.
Yes, you can ask me anything.
Can I ask you something? Yeah, look. My perspective is I feel like we've had some of the best plot points in the series. You had some of the best plot points in the series. No. But the execution has been terrible.
Whoa, they ain't executed shit yet. Hold on, time out. You can't say it.
Bro. The Big Mom coming to Udon was the dumbest shit ever. Chopper just said, "Hey, yo, I'm gonna take her there because I want to. I'm just gonna babysit."
Chopper's a beast. What the fuck?
Whoa! What the fuck
Nigga
did
said,
you
I'm
say?
gonna babysit Yonko and take her to where my
said
captain
Chopper's
is at
what?
so she can kill him.
It's only been two people in the story, Vergo, that control Big Mom: Queen and Chopper.
Stop it.
Oh my God.
Yo,
Virgo, do you mind? Virgo, I've been working on this.
Not
do you
this
mind
time.
if I do?
Go ahead,
Toddy.
I'm gonna rip this nigga a new one. Go ahead.
I want to do my best Virgo big news impression when he's talking about Wando. C-SPAN, pillows, nighttime, lullaby. How can you not say this is dope?
Do you mind if I do my best Toddy impression when he's talking about
mid?
Me and my niggas, you guys are dishonorable, unforgiving slugs.
Yo, you can't steal my shit, nigga, and use it against me. That ain't how this guy's kicking Virgo.
Hey, that's wild, dog.
You
see, it's just like the amount of gripes. It's just like it boils down a lot into what is going on right now in Wano. Like it's just a microcosm of just a lot of the things that's just been an issue that's been going on in post time skip. It feels like a jumbled mess, kind of. Like there's been a lot that's going on, but none of it is like really that cohesive.
Yeah, and because it's not cohesive, it feels slow. It just feels slow. It
All right,
doesn't feel like we're getting a lot.
Can we talk about how trash Chopper is?
Chopper is ass.
I mean, he's trash. I mean, honestly, a lot of this is trash.
He is ass.
Bro,
you call him a beast though?
Bro, the nigga can't even beat Vergo. All Vergo got to do is put his bamboo out there. His bamboo wins.
But Vergo, he's the only one to live up to his bounty.
He's the only one to lose to trees.
Oh wow, the
Hey,
disrespect.
oh, you're right, nigga. You're right. Chopper can be sold for a piece of gold and Wano.
Wait. You doing that right now? Usopp whole garbage. Usopp lost the motherfucking toys.
Wait, what?
Oh wow.
Usopp lost the toys.
Usopp
Toys. Usopp did lose the toys.
He got work off the toys.
He lost the trees, dog.
Usopp saved Luffy in long life. What are you talking about?
We slandering Chopper?
Yes, we're slandering that weak ass, dumbass deer gorilla.
No. JD's gonna go ruthless, dog. We don't need.
Hey, Chopper got Brother Nature caught up.
I don't think it's honestly.
Are we slandering Chopper? Is that what
I don't think it's actually possible to slander Chopper because that implies anything you say is lying about him.
It's possible.
That nigga is just so trash that every trash thing said about him is
Toddy. The homie killed his own father. Chopper killed his own dad.
On God.
Oh, for real?
He killed his own dad.
Usopp and
Hey, hold on, bro. Listen,
a trash thing to do.
Let me hit you with an analogy. It's like when your mother has terminal cancer, and then you feed her poison.
Oh no!
And then they're like, you know what? I'm already dying. I feel bad for you, so I'm gonna drink it anyway and die quickly.
You gotta hit rock bottom
and peacefully.
Hold on, wait. Okay, I'm just saying. So we praise a bitch that robbed and had niggas hanging dry. Y'all cool with that? Y'all praise the nigga for leaving the crew and fight the captain. Y'all cool with that? Y'all praise the nigga for fucking up the captain and the whole crew and trying to get the niggas killed. Y'all cool with that?
That's true.
But
Don't forget Usopp, Jordan. They praise this nigga for trying to run away from saving his friends all the time.
Wait. I ain't there yet. Press nigga for one work with his friends, getting worked by some toys, not trees, but some little ass toys. He got worked by little ass.
Chopper did lose some trees.
Got something around.
He
Hey,
did
he
lose
did
trees.
lose trees.
He lost to a train too, if you want to be real.
Wait. Again, you have an emo bitch that wants to leave the crew, and they even have faith in their own self to even live.
So we slandering Robin now,
Chopper,
okay.
But yeah, Chopper the issue.
Ooh.
Get my face, fam. Get my face.
Hey, but how about this though? How many of them would make a good steak?
Jimbe, you ever had fish steak?
You ever had
venison, my nigga?
Venison slaps, bro.
Venison do hit, bro.
Bro, fried chop though? Jimbe, he be a hit.
Yo, you just gotta make sure Chopper goes monster point before you cook his ass, so there's enough meat to go.
Oh wow. That's what killed him.
And the purge.
That's what dropped the ball.
That's fucking hilarious.
Oh man, but that's
hey,
crazy.
Mookie.
The streets always know I'm here
Matt.
for Chopper slander.
Oh, these niggas
Hey,
keep
bro, we always.
Yeah, what's up?
How you feel about no manga stream, no Jimenez?
I mean, it's. Hang on a second.
Alright.
But again, Vergo, I'm right there to tell you this, bro. We've been waiting. We've been touting this for like weeks now. We've been saying, man, mangas ain't really been hitting like that. I mean, Boku no Hero's been up there, but like
every single time you bring it to me, I disagree. Like, what
I mean, you disagree, but I'm just letting you know. Like, there's been these mangas that have been hitting, and people have been on these shits, and then we've been like, bro, going into 2020, there's gonna be a lot of mangas that people are reading. You see, Chibi's already on it. You see a lot of these YouTubers.
You think I give a fuck about Chibi?
Hey, I'm not saying you do, but they're seeing the trend. They're
I ain't
seeing
seen a
it
Chibi
coming.
video in my lifetime.
I agree. They're getting older, and Shonen is tired.
Well,
Yes, they're saying there's a trend coming, and they're jumping on the trend early so that they don't be behind
actually
the 2020.
No,
that's what I'm
Vergo,
saying.
listen to what he's saying. He's right, because what's happening is all of us that got into manga are getting older. So the shonen is starting to just get too tired. So naturally, you're going to gravitate to the more mature stories. I do think that's a trend. I think everybody like us in our generation of manga readers are just going to naturally go towards the more mature shit.
Oh, so we saying them boys now.
The shonen is too immature nowadays.
So we saying them
but
boys.
webtoons be hitting.
Seinen and manhwa is more mature than shonen, isn't it? Most of the manhwas.
You're right.
They do be crazy, dog.
Bro, we got Tower of God anime next year. We got Noblesse.
Greatness.
We got
okay. Let's be real here, right? I heard Noblesse tailed off. I heard Tower of God has been pretty mid ever since the newest season.
You're kind of wilding, dog. You're kind of wilding, dog.
I'm just saying, this is what I've heard. These are people that review the series.
Y'all niggas deviated from a whole point.
This is what the streets are saying. I've heard God of High School was mid.
Y'all niggas deviated like a motherfucker. I can't even lie.
Big news. The man said that Tower of God is mid, bro. We wilding now. We about to wild out, bro.
Who said that?
That's what the streets said.
You have not.
I don't know what these streets are talking.
Listen, if you're not listening to the streets, you don't know.
Like y'all niggas are so focused on the chat.
Them niggas are wrong.
Pause. Y'all niggas are so focused on the chat. Y'all not even like focused on what I'm talking to you about.
I've ever seen.
But that is part of the manga.
You guys are so off.
That is part of the manga versus manga generation. Like it was first.
It's like I'm not even speaking.
That was the.
Hey Vergo, tell this about
hey Vergo, you know McDonald's at McDonald's a McDouble with mac sauce slaps.
Virgo, preach about Rachel. Let them know.
Rachel's the dumbest bitch ever in manga.
Whoa, that didn't go the way I wanted it to.
It was never gonna go the way you wanted it to. You know I don't like that bitch.
I'm right there with you, Virgo. I hate that bitch, dog.
She's a fucking cunt, bro.
But that's
and for YouTube and for YouTube and for Copa. Hey, hold. Wow. Hey, cool, bro. Hey, I appreciate it. I weren't talking.
Rachel is fodder.
Hey, hater. Guess what, bro? I appreciate it, bro. I weren't talking about you, my nigga.
Yo, no. What's up, Virgo? Finish what you said.
You knew what you was doing.
Finish what you said, baby. But Virgo, that's why we saying that, dog. It was just because for us, it started with Tower of God because I was telling niggas back like a year and a half ago, like, hey, bro, Tower of God is really good. I really like this shit. Wallow can vouch for it. He was the first one to tell me, hey, that shit's buzz, bro. And now look, like half the fucking Discord is already on the shit starting to read it.
I was even before both of you.
No, Solo Leveling is the new heat right now.
My nigga Hemmings, Naya put me on.
But that's what I'm saying. Like all these mangas have started to enter the lexicon, and people are just being like, okay, some of these are just actually really, really good. Let's start reviewing it so we can get on the wave. And then this shit hit today. And it's just like,
you was clout chasing, bet.
Oh wow.
Hey, I'm just playing. I'm playing, Cola. I'm kidding.
That's what I heard. Actually, let's shout out to the League of Incredibly Petty Niggas. Yes, sir.
Y'all niggas ain't got the video in a month, nigga. I would love to put your shit in the
we about to drop a video now that our boy is back. Boy, don't play with us. Our boy is back.
Like and subscribe.
Y'all got a YouTube channel?
They do.
Yeah.
But y'all niggas do.
I need to check that out.
But
is soap on? Is soap on the way?
Guys, y'all are deviating from the core.
Let him know.
No, but
it's BDA?
What?
You said it's BDA to the core?
Niggas don't know how to stay on topic. Let me bring it back to one.
Deviating.
No, big news. That's not on topic either.
Big news. Let me. I actually want to talk to you about this.
I asked one simple question. How do y'all niggas go on tangents?
Tell them.
Yo, Vergo, go and ask a question.
All I said, bro, is how do y'all feel about
went on the tangent should answer that.
Right,
literally, just stop real quick and answer. How do y'all go on such tangents?
Vergo, what's your question, man? I got you.
All I'm saying is, bro, how do y'all feel about manga stream and Jimenez box no longer being valid?
I'm distraught, though.
Oh, yo, news is trying to go back to a topic we started way longer than that.
Can one of y'all talk at a time, bro? That's all I ask.
I'm going.
Oh yeah, that Bucks Lakers game up.
I know, JD.
Hold on.
With Jimenez box and Manga stream going on hiatus for whatever reason.
Not hiatus, nigga. They're done.
They're done.
Actually completely done.
Oh, they're done.
They're
done.
They're
done.
Well, then I'm gonna tell you the realest answer. I'm gonna get my content regardless, nigga. I'm gonna the fuck out of this.
Big news is big trash bag.
Hey,
that's $2 a month, y'all.
No. The point is, I got this.
Y'all can go to GameStop right now and sell your copy of Tekken 3 and have a 2 years subscription to
Toddy,
Viz.
That is not the issue, bro. The issue is I'm gonna be waiting.
Let me talk to him real quick.
Check your DMs, Wallow. Check your DMs.
Let me talk to him real quick.
Why are y'all niggas socializing during the stream?
I know, right?
Like talking about checking the DMs and
Toddy,
shit.
these niggas don't have any etiquette.
No.
The YouTube etiquette.
Bro, this is stream, bro. You gotta check these niggas.
Jay, I don't want to be the guy. I don't like muting people.
Oh, you gotta mute him. Just tell him to shut the fuck up.
Shout out to the Haney brothers.
Oh, what's up, bro? How you doing?
Yeah.
Now I got your attention.
I can't wait to hear what you have to say, Vergo. I personally cannot wait.
Yeah, Virgo, what you gonna do when the scans?
I've been holding out for 10 minutes to hear what you have to say.
I bet. It's cool.
Shut up.
You know they're gonna have like a readonepiece.com.
I'm serious. Virgo, I ain't trolling. I'm serious. I want to hear what you have to say.
Bro, all I'm saying is it's not
OGs.
All I'm saying is it's not about waiting to pay for the Viz. It's about getting it quickly and timely.
Exactly.
It's 2 days, guys. Let's be real here.
Okay, Toddy, hold up, big news. Because Toddy,
issue, bro.
Because Toddy said it best earlier. You are an entertainer, and you are in social media, and niggas will spoil you.
What does this have to do? Wait, Virgo, I think you're missing the meta. I think you are.
Oh, wow. And then he gets dropped.
And then he gets knocked.
He gets body.
Hey, that's what he gets, bro. That's what he gets for talking
He
out of turn,
definitely
bro.
didn't get it.
So, Virgo, I actually think this is a good topic. How do you think that affects content creators? Because, you know, if you see the way Brocco always streams at midnight with the midnight release, people that stream at the midnight release, how's that really going to affect?
It affects
Virgo,
Virgo.
why do we all get booted when I'm making my point? I'm
Because
feeling
you're
like
making a trash point.
No, hear me out, because here's the matter. I'm sorry if I'm
And
interrupting somebody.
JD just asked a really dope question, but go ahead. What do you want to say, Tony?
Well, we can go through his point real quick, but I do want to revisit mine.
I want you to go first because he's gonna probably answer it.
Okay, right now we're in a meta where ideally One Piece would be on a 7-day cycle. I know we have a shitload of breaks, but it runs Friday to Friday. The only thing that's going to shift now that we all don't have access on Friday is that the 7 to 7 day cycle moves from Friday to Sunday. Nothing else changes. We still get it. We still go the same amount of days without the content.
Okay, so I'm glad you said that.
There's a huge issue there, bro.
Fiji, shut up. JD, go.
Go, JD.
I got something.
I'm not being disrespectful. I'm being dead ass.
No, the thing is, it ties in.
Shut up, Fiji. Let JD
No. It ties in with JD's point though, like a lot.
Can JD make his own point?
Jesus.
I love how Virgo finally tells somebody to shut up.
We're still waiting on
He tells Fiji, who's so polite, to shut up when the
oh my god!
Hey, JD, go.
JD, oh my god.
I'm here. I'm chilling.
All right, you chilling? I'm gonna go then.
Shut up, JD.
No,
I'm saying like I said. So I was just saying like for certain people, right? So you know how Brago's always streaming late at night. You got people like Laz, people Townsy. These are all people that do they may not live react immediately. So maybe more like Brago who actually live streams and stuff. Like people will be waiting for him to stream. Like how is this gonna affect, you know, people that do their live reactions or on like Thursday nights? I do mine on Friday mornings. So it's just like now the audience it's going to be so convoluted because everyone's going to be watching the same thing. So it's like everybody's going to be streaming at the same time. Like, how is that going to affect content creators?
How are we going to be divvied up?
Like?
I have the answer. You guys are going to adjust, and you guys are going to figure it out. Because before it was Thursdays, it was Saturdays. And before it was Saturdays, it was Sundays. And that's how you
He's so right.
You adjust.
Okay, he really is right, guys.
But you can understand.
You adjust. That's what happens. You adjust because this isn't the first time we moved days.
No. But the problem with it,
I remember when One Piece used to come out on Tuesdays.
Chill. Hold on. What are you saying, JD?
But think about the days where it comes out, right? Because there's a difference between it coming out on.
Stop mediating the conversation.
And there's a difference when it comes out on like a Thursday.
A better job than me, and I'm the host.
No, it's not because no one mediates his ass.
But y'all forgetting
because he's not a dick.
News will be the mediator now. I got
So what were you finishing? Are you done with your point, JD?
No, I'm just mentioning like if it comes out, say it's coming out
And
Sunday.
I don't want to be that
Sunday?
asshole, but I'm gonna go right
The
after
thing
him.
is, y'all are forgetting the most important thing, though.
Vergo's going next.
Nah, Fiji.
Let Vergo's.
It's time to
PG,
use my
PG
somewhat
finish, and then-
authority.
So is it coming out on Thursdays
So-
or is it coming on Sunday nights or Sunday?
It's most likely coming out
I
Saturday
wanna-
at 3.
It doesn't matter. My thing is, we as content creators have to avoid social media and all this other bullshit of niggas spoiling us constantly, right?
Happened to
So
me.
we use Thursdays and Fridays basically as an avenue. Like, we finally got it. We can finally avoid it. We can read it. We can enjoy it. We can live react. All these things. And JD is unfortunate. I'm sorry, bro. Let me use an example.
Yeah, go ahead.
He got spoiled today. These niggas are being assholes.
Oh, that sucks.
That was not genuine, but I'm gonna move on. And it's fucked
Okay,
up.
Vergo, but what's the difference between avoiding it on Saturdays as opposed to avoiding it on Thursdays?
48 more hours, nigga.
It comes out on Wednesday,
most people have work.
48 more hours of them not being able to enjoy themselves.
Like whenever stuff like that comes during the week, not everyone will get to see it because they have ways to distract themselves before they can do that. On a Sunday, especially a Sunday night, most people either are just getting ready for work. They have time to be able to just sit down and read it, and then everyone has seen it, and then everybody can say something about it. And some people will be like, "Okay, I'm just trying to make this video, trying to get ready. I can't just look at everything that's already coming out, everything that's being said right now on Twitter, everything that's being thrown out there.
It's being
just
everywhere.
disrupts a lot that goes on."
Hey, Toddy, you wanna know something else crazy, bro? It's like when we're going through this shit, like we're just doing it. We're always trying to avoid spoilers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then regardless of this, like we don't always want to wait to official translation. We're eager to put out content and in a manner that we can get it to others that are also eager to see content. And there are people that are internationally cannot get vids, period.
Mm-hmm.
And it's literally for them as well. Like, I actually have like a lot, especially JD. He's got a bigger international following than I do. And like people are watching content and they're like, damn, how the fuck are we gonna know what he's talking about? We're definitely gonna watching his goddamn videos now.
Yeah, I guess you do have a good point. I do feel for the people that are international that no longer have access to the series. That really does suck. And I guess because I'm out of the whole social media life, I really didn't think about the consequences of having to literally forego social media for a couple of days for 48 more hours now.
Yeah,
that does suck.
And it's like you can't get upset at people getting
Give me
excited
G.
about spoilers.
I knew Toddy would understand if I broke it down.
Hey, but all right, Vergo. Good luck mediating, dog. I'm out. I'm gonna have to catch you later.
Good luck, me. Fuck you.
Yeah, no, this Lakers game starting. I'm dipping too. I'll catch you later, bro.
I wouldn't mind the mediating. I would not mind.
We got problems because you a Lakers. Oh damn, he just vanished. Oh no,
you got body.
Oh no, he's right there. JD, how are you a Lakers fan, bro? You always be butting heads, bro. I thought we would agree on something, bro. What's going on with you, man?
I'm a LeBron fan. That's all it is.
I hate you. Now I understand why I hate you. See, this is why I hate you.
Sorry.
You out here hating, nigga?
It's bitter.
I hate
you out here
LeBron
hating,
fans.
nigga?
That's facts. I do hate LeBron fans.
Hold on, no disrespect to anybody. But what I was saying was I would not mind Cola's mediating. I really wouldn't. If he was not the guiltiest nigga of interrupting people.
I am the guiltiest nigga, bro. Dead ass. I interrupt everyone, dog.
Bro, you know what?
And then right after it'll be like, Fiji, chill. And Fiji ain't talked in 50
That's
minutes.
funny.
I do interrupt
And he be mediating the niggas that have been waiting the longest. Like Big News. When Big News went 20 minutes without saying nothing, the first thing he said, Cole was like, Big News, calm down, slow down.
I am terrible.
All right, I have returned.
Good luck, hater.
Good luck.
What you mean good luck, nigga? What the hell?
What does that mean?
I don't know what that means. What the hell? Did he just dip out?
Yeah, someone dipped out.
Yes, he left.
Oh, fuck this nigga Cola.
What is there to fear?
You mad your boyfriend left?
I mean, I'm just upset this nigga just left. Any reason?
This nigga Roger is stunning, dog. He made a 10-second YouTube video saying goodbye, Jamie's books and manga stream, and he's out.
Because he finally got his way, bro. So Roger
and he's popping a bottle.
I don't want
niggas popping a bottle.
I have returned.
I can understand like both sides. I can understand the people that are upset that it's gone, but at the same time I also respect Roger's opinion too. Because in terms of like actual justice and what's right and wrong, they are literally pirating this shit, guys. Let's not mix any words. They are making money off of somebody else's content. Vergo, could you imagine if somebody just started re-uploading your streams and they got 3 times more views than you and they were monetized off of your content?
So like, you know what? So my homie Townsy, people and Last, people started doing it to them.
Hey, y'all boys.
It has to feel shitty because you guys put a lot of work into this. And Oda, despite how little it seems that he's trying, he is putting a lot of work into this.
Hey, yo, this nigga. Hey, yo, but listen, Toddy, let me explain to you my perspective from this.
Okay.
Just think of it like this: the spoilers hit on Wednesday. There are niggas out here. JD got spoiled already, and the spoilers came out like 12 hours ago. Like they came out 12 hours ago. He's supposed to be live reacting to it.
Imagine my nigga like that, bro.
Yeah, for real. He's supposed to be live reacting to it in like 12 hours.
And people love his live reactions, bro. Like, why would you do that? And I know him like that. He's never gonna fake the funk.
And imagine, just imagine now. Imagine adding 3 days to that. All the way
exactly, bro. It's less time.
But the difference is you're still gonna have the same time. It's just a different day. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, the time does not matter. The biggest problem for you guys that are entertainment providers is dodging the spoilers. I will give you that.
It's not like.
But in the question of who the biggest. Wait, is someone saying? Oh, my bad.
Also, Toddy. Moderate. I gotta go piss.
Okay.
Go piss.
And I wanted your opinion on this. God damn.
I'll give my opinion.
But okay, for you guys. What is because one or two sides is going to get burned. So you got to ask yourself, what's the biggest injustice? Is the biggest injustice that entertainers that make entertainment on this media now have to avoid social media for 2 more days? Or is the bigger injustice that that Shonen and the thousands of people that work at Shonen are losing a shitload of profit because these people are taking their shit and putting it back out there for free? What is the biggest injustice?
It's not 2 more days, though. It's a different day. 2 more days.
No, in terms of spoiler though, news.
Let me explain my point. Because on Thursday, it's not like it releases Thursday and they can't see it till Sunday. It's going to release on Sunday, and everybody has the same opportunity to release their information. You feel me? So it's not 2 more days.
No.
But they're talking specifically about spoilers.
Yeah.
The spoilers are going to come out on Wednesday because that's what you're paying.
But somebody's going to translate it.
Exactly.
Just because Domini's Box and Manga Stream aren't doing it, somebody's going to do it.
Somebody's going to do it.
Yeah, that's true. Not going to lie. There's going to be other websites out here.
Wait, the thing is, you still have Manga Panda. You still have other sites that's going to translate still.
Did you just say Manga Panda? No.
Manga Panda don't translate it.
Hey, you listen, y'all laugh. Guess what? I guess you niggas gonna go over there. It's a read over.
Guys, there probably is going to be more people translating it, but it's likely going to be of such bad quality because the Jimeni's Box people or whatever, they actually hire people to do this professionally. It's going to be such. Do you guys remember? I think it was on Jimeni's Box during Whole Cake Island, where for some reason, like the chapter came out a day early, and these niggas were talking as hood as us in One Piece. Do you guys remember that chapter?
You mean Hood Piece?
Yep, I do.
Like Chopper was saying bullshit, like they were cursing and everything.
They had Luffy saying nigga.
It was ridiculous, guys. But that was all we had. So I think the translations might be of such poor quality that most people will just be content with waiting until Sunday.
But my thing is, this is a mild thing. I don't care because at the end of the day, now if niggas want to read this shit, hey, go ahead, pay the little $2. Stop being cheap. Otherwise, hey, you stuck out, fam. Because that thing is, y'all niggas want to be cheap with this stuff. It's $2. Niggas act like you can't pay $2 because y'all say y'all love One Piece.
No.
But that isn't Fiji. That isn't Fiji and Vergo's point. No, and I feel like you guys aren't really listening to them.
It really is.
I genuinely don't think you guys are listening to them.
Dog, I pay for the viz. I pay for the viz. I watch that shit. I read that shit. Plus,
I don't care about niggas pirating. I like, oh well, that's how it is. Unfortunately, niggas pirate nowadays. Can't do nothing about it. Can't really do anything with it. But this is a step in the right direction. So at the end of the day, I can give 2 fucks about niggas pirating. My thing is now, if it's now going forward, people all have the same opportunity now, at the same day, to get the same information. So it ain't really much excuse now for any kind of like not be able to get shit or anything like that. It's just, hey, either you can get it or you don't.
That's not their position though, Jordan. They now have to avoid social media pretty much entirely. They cannot get on Twitter from Wednesday until Saturday.
To be completely unbiased, that is what they signed up for.
Exactly. That's what y'all.
Wow.
That's what y'all.
Hey, that is part of the job.
Hey, Vergo, you my guy, but you not a regular nigga no more. You got to make your.
I am a regular nigga.
You doing us like that?
Wait. This is my thing. This is my thing. Either you toughen up and you cool spoilers, or hey, oh well, hey, suck it, hey, oh well.
You gotta do what you gotta do to provide that premium content, my guy.
That's crazy.
Hey, that is honestly some real ass shit.
That's some.
That's kind of fucked up, and I'm glad you got kicked. No, I'm kidding.
It's just me
They
and you,
all
dog.
really get kicked. That's kind of fucked up.
It's just us
I
two.
get them,
Oh,
but
man,
it's still kind of fucked.
The Congress hockey is real tonight.
It's real, dog.
That's kind of fucked up.
You know, Oda needs to check out this stream to get inspiration on where to go with this.
No. He
ain't got Hunter and he ain't got Naruto, but he got Vergo stream.
That's why.
Look, Hunter, I can understand that, but don't ever see Naruto, bro. That is.
Bro, you cannot tell me that the observation hockey is not the Sharingan.
Yo.
Come on, man.
My nigga, be quiet. Yo, what's poppin', Glam?
No, don't dismiss it. No, I want you to explain to me the difference between observation hockey and Sharingan. Please.
My nigga, it's the ability, it's foresight, bro. It's in fucking fiction since the 19th. It's in like every single like battle story. It's foresight.
Well, wow. I asked you for the difference between the two, and you gave me the reasons why they're the same. But what's the difference?
It's not original
Vergo.
by any means. It's not
Just
original.
bringing a white man demographic in because
Absolutely. That's a goddamn absolutely.
Oh, what's up?
Look, Tidy. What I'm trying to say is he never took that shit from the Sharingan. That's a diss.
What is the difference, VG? You cannot stand by this if you cannot refute that point and tell me what the difference is.
Bro, it's ocular.
That's what you cannot unless you come with some facts.
It's an ocular ability. Hockey's completely
Don't listen to Fiji. He's just gonna stand Goda like he usually does, and that's all.
My nigga, I don't stand Goda like that. Like I'm
by all means, Fiji. If you want to stand by your position that it's just foresight, it's common or whatever, let's ring off the other anime or in manga where one of the primary power abilities is foresight. Let's go. Rat them off. There's One Piece. There's Naruto.
I'm gonna think. There's
We only got 4 more hours, nigga. You gotta speed this up.
There's that nigga Night Eye in My Hero.
That's one quirk. That's one quirk.
You're gonna say another manga that copied the shit?
That's like saying
that's not something that came before.
That's like saying Miss Neon's specialist Hatsu is widespread in the Hunter x Hunter because she has one power that can see the future. That's not even seeing the future; it's fortune telling.
Dog, y'all are acting like hockey is exactly the same as the Sharingan. There's so many differences.
We're not acting like it.
We know
We're just identifying.
Hockey. I was saying hockey gives you the ability to foresee or predict the movement of niggas. So you gonna do something? I know what you're gonna do. Come on now.
Yeah, you remember when Sasuke did that 100,000 times in that one series?
Yep.
Hey, chill.
Am I lying, guys?
I saw.
Am I lying? It's observation, not Sharingan, and is not armament hockey. The same power mechanics of Nin.
Pretty much.
Of putting a certain amount of shit and breaking someone's shield with the same kind of shit.
I ain't gonna say it's. I don't say it's Nin, but I can say it's Sharingan. It's just
Conqueror's hockey.
Oh, I don't know what
Conqueror's hockey. Do you guys remember the Heaven's Arena arc?
I don't know what Conqueror's hockey is. I don't know what the fuck that shit does. Fuck that.
Or not Conqueror's. I'm sorry, armament. Armament, where a stronger armament will defeat a weaker armament. There was literally a scene where Biscuit is training the two boys.
Listen, fam, I ain't saying that because these are all different series. Niggas made shit at different times. I'm not finna do that shit and be that trash now. I ain't having that.
Man, I remember when I would just refuse the truth. That was a while ago.
Listen, the truth is just I'm not.
Y'all ain't coming with the splits. Y'all are just saying it's not true, but you only come in with no reasons why it ain't true.
Oh
no! Because you're reaching. Like you can say that shit for anything.
Stop telling me reaching unless you come with the slaps. I'm ready. My cheek is out there.
Hey, listen, Fiji, I'm sorry, fam. I try to help you out, fam. You better come with some evidence, fam. You better come with some
evidence. Nigga, what else do you want?
This sounds like the time that Fiji was trying to tell me. It sounds like the time Fiji was really trying to say that hockey was not as bad as Chakra was. That was so funny.
Bro, hockey better than Chakra, bro.
It sucks
Vergo.
as much as Chakra does.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Hey, Vergo, do you remember that one trial? Do you remember when there was that one trial and the lawyer won? The lawyer won by just saying that's not true. That's not true. Over and over and over again.
I don't remember that.
Amazing trial.
Never.
I don't remember that.
It was an amazing trial, Toddy, because the lawyer still fucking won.
Yeah, I never heard of it.
This is the fake scenario he made.
Let my boy Hype Beast Morgan go real quick.
What's up, BDV?
Bro, who knows?
Wait, what's up, BDV?
Wait, Big T, let's go.
Wait, what?
Big Titty V?
Yeah, Big Titty Morgan. Let's go.
Oh,
Whoa,
gay.
We're not gonna disrespect big news like that. That's not.
This nigga gay.
Yo, bro, what the hell?
Hey, BDV, to bring you up to speed on the conversation, how do you feel about Oda copying Hunter x Hunter and Naruto for observation hockey and armament hockey?
I need further proof and facts behind that this stage to give an accurate response to that.
Okay, I don't mind doing it again.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, so he came out with these systems well after these two series had come out. And these two series, one was just plain arguably the best manga at the time.
Naruto,
I'm talking about Hunter x Hunter. And the other one was the most popular. And in these two series, they came up with incredibly unique abilities that no other manga had done before them in terms of their power scaling. They had Nin, and specifically Ko, where the idea of you have this energy, and the more energy you have against somebody's lesser energy of that, you will overwhelm them. And there's training videos or whatever where Biscuit was showing putting a whole bunch of Nin in one finger, and then she would tap Gon and he would go flying because he didn't have enough of that. And then in Naruto, there was a really unique ability with Sasuke, where he had the ability to see slightly into the future and react to things faster. Not long after these energy systems were introduced, One Piece comes out and bases its only power system. Keep in mind, these were small.
No. Nigga,
these were small aspects of Nin and small aspects.
Toddy, you're wrong. One Piece came out.
Hold on, let me finish. These were small. These were not the entirety of the Nin power system or the entirety of the Chakra power system. They were just very small components because these authors were actually good. But Oda took Nin and made it his entire armament system. And he took the Sharingan and made it the entire observation hockey system. We don't know what he copied for Conqueror's hockey yet because Oda hasn't been inspired yet. But you can rest assured that it was probably in Bleach.
Spiritual pressure?
Toddy, you know what, Toddy? You know how he looks like behind the camera right now, bro? He
may have a point with Hunter x Hunter, but if you want to say that, we could say lots of authors take what they like off of other anime and other stuff in general.
No, but I'm
not saying he's not. But those people also
look at
copy
Fairy Tail with One Piece.
Yeah, something as well, bro. Toddy, hockey isn't the only power system in One Piece, and it's the weakest of the two.
Yes, it is.
That's the weakest.
Devil fruits exist.
Shanks ain't even got devil fruit, nigga.
Let's use that. Devil fruit's trash.
Devil fruit's trash. Devil fruits are way better.
Shanks ain't even got one Fiji.
So what?
Hey, Fiji's right.
What do you mean?
He's right. He's right.
Devil fruits are a better power system.
There's Roku Shiki.
No, that's not a power system.
Oh my god.
That is a power system, dumbass. They have Doriki.
That's like saying a power system and Kenichi is karate. Nigga, you cannot just lump that in.
Yo, you know about Kenichi, you'll go for that.
It's not a power system.
You gotta use the King
Hey, Fiji, get up and
sleep on Kenichi. Kenichi the GOAT.
The thing also, we don't even know what most of what hockey could do. Like, what's the hell? The thing with the elements, we don't know nothing about that. We just getting the explanation of like.
I'm not an advocate for that. I know hockey is flawed.
Y'all just got Ryu, and y'all know what Ryu is. Y'all, what people say
I
is.
don't know who you're talking to. I don't know who you're talking to. I just said One Piece power system is flawed.
I'm just letting you know how
it is. And I'm not talking about everything BDB. I'm talking about specifically armament.
I know it's flawed,
and
nigga. I
observation.
slandered it like
Don't get me wrong. Like One Piece power system is.
I literally slandered it a stream ago. I was just like,
they gone
at one point.
They gone.
It's just us three, dog. Toddy swifted it though.
That's crazy, man. They're getting bodied like crazy.
Man. Dumbasses.
Nah, Toddy keep bouncing back, bro. The Conquerors is hitting.
I'd say Devilfish is better than hockey is.
No, I literally, guys, I've literally miniaturized Vergo's text message with the invite, and I have it pinned to my screen. So every time I get kicked, I just have to press this button that's on the home screen.
Smart.
Anyways, my niggas, I'm out. It's like 1:30 in the morning.
No, I think I'm gonna end it.
I am too. I'm tired of getting knocked out.
Shut up, bitch.
Anyways, Toddy, you are some mid for those fucking opinions. Bro.
I still haven't been slapped. My cheek could not be out more for the slap, and I'm gonna
have to go and
you
revise,
wildin'.
dog. I'm gonna have to.
You gonna have to research, Fiji.
You wildin'.
I'm not gonna lie. I forgot how the Sharingan work, bro. It's been.
You'll be proven wrong, Fiji. I'm telling you that right now.
Can I?
Proven wrong,
bro. Future side taken from
Sharingan. Can I move on, or y'all gonna be weird?
Doesn't the Sharingan do like black fire and shit? Like.
No, don't be. Come on, bro.
Y'all niggas weird, bro.
Stop reaching.
Vergo, go ahead. Vergo, go ahead before they keep going.
All right, yo. Thank y'all for coming through, bro. We had 95 people here. It was lit.
It really was.
Shout out to everybody that's in this bitch. We had great discussion today. Like, we got a little heated at one point, got a little like intellectual at one point. It was fun, man. It was really dope. I really appreciate everybody that came through. It's how we do it. If you like what you like, subscribe if you haven't already. Like if you haven't already. And you know how it is, and I disagree with big news. Naruto is not over Wano. So let's get it.
Let's get it. That's a perfect.
Hashtag